Have like the biggest fucking
How
bowl
many
of
people
like
over
box of
here
strawberries
actually
downstairs
We'll
for
all
that
come out
purpose.
as one episode,
That's
right?
so
So we don't
cute.
need to
I
go
love it.
over what happened last time because we just dealt
I
with
have now turned off the UR playlist and have like the biggest fucking
How
bowl
many
of
people
like box
over
of
here
strawberries
actually
downstairs for that purpose.
That's so cute. I love it.
I have now turned off the UR playlist and I'm getting switching vibes over to more serious God only.
We love seriousness. We here at Ink and Lyre love seriousness. I started, in case you guys didn't know, but we love some serious stuff and people, and we have a serious game, huh?
We love serious people, places, things, and any other nouns.
Yes, exactly.
Nouns are good.
Welcome to the no man's land, because we have serious names here. What happened last time, guys? There were we stopped in the middle of a flesh mountain.
I damn near died.
Yeah,
is what happened last time.
That was
we entered this. So that we had ended up through many a misadventure in a little mining town that was mostly shut down because their main mine had a cave-in and a series of dreadful incidents involving a lot of like yellow pollen that makes people super aggressive. People thought it was haunted. There was so much shit going on. We were like, we're going to go in. We're going to check it out. We're going to find the source of the issue. We're going to solve it. We're going to be heroes. It hasn't been working too well so far. I mean, we're all still alive mostly, so that's great. Our plan of going in and trying to save as many of the miners as possible who we thought might still be alive has worked out less great. Most of them have eaten each other. I mean, with a little bit of support from Miss Dorothy Rose Wesson. What did you actually end up doing, Miss Dorothy Rose, last time?
That was pretty
Well,
cool last time.
when we went in, I successfully convinced them all that I was the widow of the mountain, which is who their song was about, and they seemed to have lost their mind and thought that she was really gonna come down and marry them. So I convinced them that was me, and then I told them that they all had to fight each other, and I'd take the one that won.
That happened.
It's like
Christ.
normal, innocent people do every day. This is called self-preservation.
Looking at people and saying "die for me" is not self-preservation.
Oh, it absolutely is, because I still died. Can you imagine if we had fought all
Stop
those
fighting
men?
each other. She was unconscious. She got some valuable time.
Their
I think it
leader
was-
did charge forward and hit you over the head with a branding iron.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was actually very valiant of me because I put myself in the center of the fight.
Yeah, that's very true.
Could
The
only
other-
kind of forgot what life was for a little bit.
You spoke Russian or Fey or whatever it was you were speaking down there. The other major thing that we found a lot of pools of blood, some of them from people killing each other, some also just from, just some random organ fluids, I guess. We've discovered that these mines are within a person in the loosest of terms. Does anyone want to describe what the fuck we think that we might be inside of right now?
I don't know.
There's sweat, there's
Anatomy
sweat,
check,
there's-
it doesn't seem to map up to any part of the human body, but there is like flesh and sweat and blood.
It's the teeth nose.
Yeah,
Like
but
a
we just-
giant.
We landed up next to an enormous rib cage that also had huge teeth next to it that were not to scale to the huge rib cage. And also we
Mhm.
walked through a tube that we thought was a nose and it brought us to the rib cage. So I don't think whatever it is, it's
Yeah,
not
teeth
person
nose.
shaped.
It's the teeth nose.
It's the teeth nose ribs, yes.
As-
Maybe it
as
just
you do.
functions differently.
Yeah, like you don't know how creatures in Malifaux function.
Oh,
It is both
not at
the
all.
soft and hard palate.
It's a really big anteater. Because like anteaters like obviously eat with their
Mostly
Yeah,
nose.
they-
It goes into their mouth.
yeah.
So-
They both breathe and eat through that
Chew.
same hole.
Yeah. It's a
I
really
assume
big
that
fucked up
we only
anteater.
have a mouth hole, right? Okay. Anyway, I think the only other thing that I remember is that in that room where the dudes started to eat each other after they sang a beautiful little song about the widow, that there was like a pack of climbing equipment. There were 6 people left in the room, but it looked like there was like a little logbook that said there's 12 pieces of climbing equipment. 6 were gone, and only 6 people remained in the room. So that's something to investigate once in
Now-
a little bit.
When we're not dead.
In the
Yes.
interest of being as fair as possible given the circumstance, I had tucked my discarded and not discarded twist deck cards into my journal and then promptly dumped it upside down a couple days ago. However, I do believe that I have already spent my 11 and 12, so I'm setting those aside.
Very honorable of you.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, I did a dumb shit thing, and I was like, well, I need to figure out a way to keep. I'm still trying to figure out a good way to keep them just like separate since I have my physical and so I tucked like the discard ones in one, and then I like flipped it and tucked the other ones in, and it was fine until I went like this the other day, like a dumbass. So yeah,
As you do.
I do believe I used my 11 and 12. So full disclosure, that's what I'm setting aside.
Here for it. How many cards we all got in our hands?
0.
I have 3 left now, but
3.
they're much worse than the ones I had previously. So
Four,
I
if I've guessed correctly.
keep remembering more things. We also found a bunch of runes in a language none of us understand, except for Ridley says he's seen them in his dreams before, which is concerning. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else important, because I don't write notes in dungeons because I'm too stressed out. Does
It's
anybody
in
have-
It's in Neverborn.
The
Do we know
only
that it's in
thing-
Neverborn, or do we just know we can't read it?
We've got a pretty fucking good guess. It's in Neverborn.
Okay. Okay.
Who's this we you talk?
Well, I think it's I'm gonna straight up say
Does
that
Cordonia
Cordonia's
have
just
an
like, I
auto?
can't read this. There's only one option of what it could be.
Does Cordonia have like an auto translator behind her eyes where she's like?
No, but that would be dope. Zach, can we get on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you can hit up your local Steam freighter and they can upgrade you.
Sweet.
The
Oh, yeah,
joke's on
Cody's
you.
got a drill arm.
Ooh.
We did give
That's
Cordoni a
true.
weapon.
Oh yeah, Cordoni has a drill arm and no respect for her fallen comrades. Their fallen comrades. Apologies.
But I spent the entire time nursing Dodie back to health. Fuck
He
off.
ripped off a dead robot. The robot
yeah.
is also your comrade.
No, I never met the robot before.
Like,
I was really surprised Cordoni didn't want to talk to the robot, but all right.
Well, Cordoni got here after we tried to talk to the robot. I will say, Tess, the part you missed is that we were trying to have a conversation with the robot and it could be reached, but not by us. And then
Oh, okay. I was unaware of that. I just knew it was trying to murder the fuck out of us. I'm like, if I wake this thing up, it's gonna stab me.
which is valid,
totally
and
fair.
I think.
And I
you
frankly
did the
had
right
2
thing.
hit
Okay.
points.
What is that robot gonna say?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know now.
Hey, back.
This arm is the last memory of my dead brother. Please don't take it away from me.
Pluck.
It's a shame your brother's already dead.
So yeah, we had a fun time last time. Lots of lovely things happened, and nothing scary at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good old fashioned time. Let me you're still in the weird room, so let me put you guys back in the weird room real fast. The weird room.
Yeah,
But
this
yeah,
is
you
fully,
guys
so is there a huge spine in the middle of this room and also with teeth?
absolutely.
Okay, good to know. This is way too long of a spine to be of a human person.
Really?
So because I know this song, it's familiar. Does the song state where the widow exists, or do we just know she's up?
She's on top of a
Top of the
specific
mountain.
mountain, I think, right?
Okay. Does
think
it
we-
say in the song?
I think we found out that this song is kind of sung amongst a lot of different miners. However, the belief is that it originated here, if I remember correctly, and so that
Okay.
it is about this mountain. I believe that's what we got.
Does anybody remember the name of the mountain?
My
Widow's
widow. Widow's Peak.
The widow.
It is the
Is it
widow.
the widow?
It's the widow.
It's called
yeah.
the widow? Okay, and
Yeah.
the peak is called the
That's
widow.
simple.
So I was right.
Widow's Peak.
Well, the peak
called
is called the
Widow.
widow's peak. This is just the widow.
Yeah, if it's called the widow, the top is the widow's peak. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, I've been impersonating Brianna Boyle. I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite me in the ass in any way, shape, or
I
form.
feel
Can
like
anyone of us here punch
They're all
ghosts?
dead.
No witnesses, no crimes.
There you go.
Maybe-
Exactly what I'm saying.
Do y'all
True in
think
real
we
life as
should
well.
pay Miss Brianna Boyle a visit after this?
I thought you were gonna say royalties.
Do you think we should pay her royalties for killing all her husbands?
I think that
I think she- I think
could be
she's
an
a-
interesting idea considering the evidently somebody thought it was important enough to take climbing equipment and get up there and might have some kind of answers, but I'm going to be completely honest with the condition that everyone is in now. And the room I believe that we have not gone into yet is still containing the sounds of flesh being ripped off of bones and steadily chewed. I think that might be a concern that we face provided we get out of here.
Oh, I don't mean like right now. We gotta go buy her a gift and all that. We
If
can't
she's
go
not-
now.
If she's not just a legend anyway.
Well, we gotta go prepared. Every nice lady needs a gift, you know?
I think giving a gift to someone who has the legend of them liking you winds up with you dead sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, I'm too young to get married, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
It does appear to only happen to men, of which we have. You're not a woman. I don't think you're a man either. So you're.
I am not.
Okay, excellent. You're in the clear. The rest of us, Ridley's got at least 5 years.
Nice.
Maybe like 2. But anyway, we'll just make sure Brody doesn't follow us because, you know, he tends to, like pretty ladies. And so we want to make sure Brianna Boyle's not, gonna catch his eye or nothing.
think that might be for the best. All right, so
Coney's head like tilts for a second.
Or we just gotta make him promise not to fall in love with her. But are we all ready to go to the next section?
I think now's as good a time as any. I mean, really, we can't stay here forever.
How's Cordoni looking? Cordoni got healed up, right?
Coney's looking fine. They're missing some porcelain, but they'll fix it later.
Yeah, but you won't let me duct tape it. I was trying my best, honestly, but
I'm not letting you duct tape my face.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know that I do have it in my artifacting kit if it comes down to it.
And I got band-aids.
I thought he was duct taping Bennett. I think we went over this last week.
Is like 40 something, I think, is a ways from now.
All right, everybody. There's
Sutton and I
nothing
will
beyond
take
this
the front.
room, right?
There's
Like
what?
we've explored everything on this end and picked up all of our stuff and put it in our little backpack.
You flipped your notice last time, so I think you've got everything you're gonna get.
Yeah, but there's no like an archway leading to another chamber or something like that. It's like it stops here,
It stopped here.
as far as we know. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna, Ridley and I are gonna take the front. We're gonna ask Cordoni. I mean, we'll
I'm
keep our
just
ears on
gonna-
and everything, but if you could turn your eyes on, that would be fantastic.
can do
I'm just
that.
gonna look around if that's all right. See if there's anything that we missed. And I am gonna do an investigation. Wait, that's what it's called in this game. I can't remember.
Notice.
Notice. I'm gonna do a notice check while Dodie's looking around. As a. Wait a minute. What do I add? I'm sorry, my brain turned off there for a second. 7. That's a 7 notice.
7 notice. Okay. You're looking around. You're pretty sure that everything you found is kind of you found pretty much everything.
Okay.
You would probably notice while you're looking around that the bodies have been neatly stacked against a far wall, a little out of the way, arms crossed. over
Neatly
their
stacked?
chests. We moved the bodies last time, Sutton and Ridley,
Okay.
so
Well,
that we didn't
that's
have to look at
absolutely
them.
Yeah, Coney was
Alright.
also freaking out a little bit, so it's like, I'm gonna.
I think Dodie eventually gets over to the stack of bodies.
Neatly lined up, respectfully.
Just looking at him for a second.
fair.
And she's like, I feel like one of the guys who's particularly fucked up. She's actually gonna kind of look at them and like touch his face and just be like, "I'm really sorry," and just kind of take a step back, head out with everybody.
As you
Regroup
guys
with
are-
everybody.
As you guys are kind of like getting ready to head out, you hear a bit of shuffling from behind you. Like there's some like movement that wasn't there before.
Did we miss one?
I mean,
Jill
they
kind of
were-
powers up.
they were all really what's the word?
Aggressive.
Dead?
Aggressive. So I think, but I mean, should we? So I guess if we
Notice
hear
check.
something behind us, we'll back around.
Yeah. So
I'm
Cordoni's
flipping a notice check.
Cordoni's you don't need to notice. I think you'll be fine. Cordoni's eyes will like flip around, and as you're like scanning the room real fast, you're gonna see something standing right near the corpses where nothing was standing before, and it looks like one of these. That guy with the big drill through his torso is standing up.
The guy's back alive? Is his body still there?
Yeah, his
I got a
body's still
7 on a notice check. Can I see, like, does he look like a zombie? Does he look like he's been held up by strings? Does he look like he's being animated after death? Or what the fuck is that?
Well, he's just standing there. Cordoni, his body's up. His body's up and at them, but he's just standing there, as if waiting for instructions.
He's not attacking us.
So,
Should we try and talk to him?
yeah, let's try and say something. Hey, you! Mister? Should we get closer?
Are you alive?
Mm.
I That doesn't sound alive to me.
Kadoni's gonna pick up the branding iron.
Maybe we should see if we can do something like, hey, sit down.
Well, actually, Ridley has it. Kadoni's gonna ask Ridley for the branding iron rather than just take it off Ridley.
He'll dig it out of his bag and give it to you.
Are you asking it to sit down?
Yeah, I want to know if
He sits down.
You know. Oh my God, he sit down! Sit down! Hey, roll over!
He's not a dog, Ridley.
I just want to see if he can do it.
He's not gonna roll over just because you told him to.
He rolls over.
Can you speak?
Wow.
As he's laying on the ground, and he sits back up. Yeah, after the rollover.
Kind of made like a little noise in the back of his throat. Do you think? Like that?
He is missing lungs.
I think we gotta, order him. Tell us your name.
I don't think he can talk, Ridley. I don't know why I keep saying Ridley like Ridley. Ridley.
Ridley, get over here.
Ridley. I don't think he can talk, Ridley.
What should we
We're
do,
gonna,
Sutton?
Sutton's gonna walk up to the thing.
Careful.
I think I'm gonna be fine, Miss Wesson. Thank you. Just walk right up to the dude and
I mean, he did roll over when you told him to roll over. She says that, in a whisper to Ridley.
Yeah. We should order him to be nice.
I think as soon as it was a whisper. All right, so I didn't do anything.
all right, well, up close. I don't have any kind of arcane knowledge or nothing like that. Can I, I'm gonna message Zach something, and I would like a response from him privately.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure, we're telling secrets now. All right. You want to say it in front of the class? Jeez.
Actually, I'll wait until that resolves itself. Then I have a thought. I have an idea.
Okay. Well, when I get a response to that, but I'm just sticking over there next to that thing, and if he doesn't attack or nothing like that, well, maybe
I'm
he
mildly
like a duck.
concerned.
What about a duck? A duck?
Then I wonder why Ridley.
Well, probably anybody could do it. I just been ordering him around. You try it, Sutton.
I think I'm all right, but thank you very much.
Why
I don't
this
think it
guy
would-
though, and nobody else?
Well, I think for now we'll let it be a mystery, right? Let's
Can't he come with us?
I'm gonna look
I
at
don't-
him.
I don't know what he'll do.
Well, I
Maybe-
think we're gonna start going down the hallway, and I believe that he might follow us. If he doesn't, we can try to do something. But
Okay.
I think he'll stick with us.
Wait a minute. Ridley's gonna dig in his pocket for all the ID cards he pulled off the corpses. Does he recognize which one he pulled from this one?
Yeah, I think this guy was Levi.
Does he have a last name too?
He has a last name, but I did not write down what I said last time.
That's okay. His name's Levi, so if we need to tell him something, we can call him Levi. See, he looks like this. Show everybody.
Kadoni will hand the branding iron back to Ridley.
Thanks.
We do need to be careful. I mean, undead are dangerous, right?
I don't know. I never met an undead before. Have you?
And have a nasty tendency to bring the guild with them.
Well, the guild hasn't been coming out here not for a while. That's what I heard. They're getting no supplies. They're getting no support.
Resurrection is showing up are a good way to bring the guild.
Just kind of looking at him. He's like, Ridley, will you do me a favor?
Sure.
Will you tell him to do something?
Yeah, why don't you try it?
You do it first.
Okay. Oh, anything?
He's sitting on the ground, just kind of sitting there.
Mr. Levi, can you please raise your right hand? Raise your right hand.
Well, it looks like it doesn't take orders from Ridley. Why don't we head on out? Let's go. We have
Aw.
things to do.
Hmm.
Mr. Levi,
you guys-
could you raise your right hand, please? She looks shocked.
I did want to marry you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if they were married.
Alright, stand up, please.
He stands his ass on up. It's a very slow shuffling stand up, but
Wow.
I don't know how this happened, so don't turn your back on him if he's gonna come with us. 'Cause I don't know why he's like this.
Okay. Well, if you're with us, then he'll be nice to us because he likes you.
Alright. Sure. Let's go. She just like keeps staring at the zombie like the
Can the zombie walk? Like, if we start moving, does he come with us?
yeah, if you guys start like creeping your ass down the tunnel, he's gonna follow like at that distance.
Sudden, should we take the lead in case there is anyone else out there?
If you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on our companion. Appreciate that very much.
I would need to light the way.
I'll keep an eye
on
on
the
it.
companion then. Go ahead.
I think he's my responsibility. And just pull her gun back out. I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay. So you guys are walking your way out the tunnel. Cordoni's at the front and Doty's at the back, right?
I'm
Yeah.
back with Dodie.
You're back with Doty? Okay. Hey, Cordoni, what pursuit are you?
Right now,
Yeah, what pursuit are you right now?
whatever the fuck the word augmented is it called? Yeah, augmented.
The augmented? Okay. So Ridley would be right behind Cordoni.
Cordoni, yeah.
What pursuit are you, Ridley?
Wait, do we level up?
Huckster.
A huckster?
I think so. That's the last time. Yeah.
Awesome. I love huckster. That's one of my favorite ones.
We just did a level up, didn't we?
Yeah, we did level up. That was
Before we
I
got-
think I neglected to talk about it back then.
Oh, okay. okay.
Sutton.
He's doing an in-game level up that we did out of game a while ago. We're like, are we leveling up again?
I was
this
thinking,
this from before.
is this like gonna hurt us?
No.
He's taking our classes away from us. You can feel your last level of seeping out.
No. Sutton, tell me what pursuit you are.
Sutton is on the pursuit of the Harrowed.
The Harrowed. Hey, Doty, what pursuit are you?
Necromancer?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, you are.
I mean, the Death Marshal.
Now whether or not, I will remind everybody that the decision to become a necromancer was a meta decision.
Mhm.
So we'll see
I think-
what the in-character ramifications of that are. But
I think that Dodie has spent enough time with Sutton, she can be a little gruff, can sometimes just look the same all the time, but you've spent enough time together that the vibes are bad. That's all. She's not talking about it right now. The vibes are bad in the back of the group right now. Just okay.
and, it does not. I mean, occasionally there is a look to you, and that look is. But 90% of the time, Dodie's doing this. So she's a little preoccupied watching the dead man walk behind you.
That's totally fair. I just want to make sure you know that it's not Deanna glaring at you. That is acting.
Good.
Let me put you guys back on the other map. 'cause I
Ridley's
think-
up at the front being like, do you think zombies have their own language? Just like talking out loud.
What the rules were.
I've never tried talking to a zombie. I do not know.
But you
Not seen very
died.
many dead people.
Yeah, neither do I. I think that's like the only. Well, that's not my first dead person I ever seen, but it's the first one I ever seen get back up again.
It's the first one I've seen stand back up.
Doty's just fiddling with anything, staring at the dead body, you know, like poking at gashes on her arm, just like anything but looking at.
Don't
Anything
poke at
but
it.
looking at
It'll open up your stitches. Leave it alone.
I guess true love really can beat anything, even death.
It still hurts.
Heard things
It's
like that.
okay.
A lot better. Thanks. I just, yeah, I don't think I've ever been through that sort of thing before. The sort of thing where you go unconscious and maybe might not wake back up.
Yeah. I'm very sorry that happened to you. You can see the tense, pissed nature has started to go, oh no, she's hurt. Like it fades away a little bit. It's an undercurrent there still. We'll see. Once we get out of here, we'll see if we can, get you some lie down, not on, cave floor covered in.
That would be nice, but I did choose to come here. It's not your fault. You don't have to say sorry.
Well then I appreciate you being here.
I mean, it just kind of drops, while they're chatting about like zombie language, drops her tone a little bit more, and she says, I mean, I chose to come here to get away from a death marshal, and I thought it was because he had the wrong person.
I'm looking up front to make sure they're still busy with their convo there, but yeah, you don't know anything about where that came from? Total surprise to you? I'm so sorry to do this, but this is going to be a scrutiny check from Sun on this one.
Dopey. That's how
oh my god, it's going to be with a +0. I don't think I'm good at this. Let me see. I got a 10. I don't know how between player stuff works at all.
Yeah.
Just flip your shit and add your modifiers, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe
CJ
you add
flip.
either persuasion or bewitch or deception, whatever it would be, I think.
Yeah. CJ flipping an appropriate social skill.
Yeah, and I think it's just one of those things where you don't necessarily say. It would be like, convince, deception, bewitch, that kind of thing.
Use the appropriate skill for whatever it is you are doing.
11? So that's actually real close. I did just barely beat it, so you're gonna have to guess whether or not you trust it, but knowing that Dodie is a good actress, but also she seems really genuinely upset. So I guess with that close of a, but me being slightly above, that's what I guess I'll give you. I think that's probably is she seems really genuinely upset. It seems really genuine. Everything about an instinct from, if you had an biased read, you would be like, this seems genuine, but you do know Dodie well enough to also know she's a pretty good actress, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
It could go either way, but with that close, it's like, well, at the very least, she is definitely genuinely upset.
She's definitely genuinely upset. Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen her put it on before.
You're not acting about your feelings right now, but whether or not I think you're telling me the whole truth and nothing but the truth is a separate matter. Yeah. Nothing has been left out of it. Okay.
I think that's a pretty fair that's a pretty fair read for just lost by one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Codoni does occasionally look back. Not necessarily at the man, but at the hole in his chest. The light kind of shines through it, and then Codoni looks back towards the path, and then continues walking for another maybe minute. Slows down, looks back.
Yep. Real the adjusting to the light that quickly is okay. Thank you, Cordoni.
I do apologize.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
there's
no,
a little bit
it's-
of like black blood that's like still dripping out, but it's not. A lot of it came out before when you were
Mhm.
wailing on him.
Really?
Yeah, Cordoni?
I killed a man.
I mean, I guess you did, but it's not your fault. You had to.
Didn't think I'd end up doing that.
Well, what did you think you were gonna do with that drill on your arm?
True.
But don't worry. He like reaches over and touches her arm. It's really not your fault.
I mean, Screws has killed people.
Yeah. And Dodie killed like 3.
Yeah.
And we ended up real quick. Did we killed those bandits back on the road, didn't we?
I think you were chopping up some of them and feeding little bits to Little Justice.
Yeah. Cordoni's very fine doing. Yes. Cordoni's fine doing things to corpses.
I think well, those ones did also try to shoot a 10-year-old in the head. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm winding down on this. That's fine. I'm fine with it now. Just thieves, not fine. Wanting to kill a 10-year-old. That's fine.
You know, I've read stories about like cowboys and death marshals and all sorts of things, and they have to kill people because that's, you know, just what they gotta do, you know. So right now it's just what we gotta do to, you know, for like the greater good, which is getting rid of that yellow stuff.
They don't usually follow you afterwards.
What's that?
People you kill don't usually follow you afterwards.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's kind of like a weird reminder that we killed him.
Yeah.
But that kind of means he's not really dead, right? Because dead people don't get up and walk around. He's like half dead, half not.
True. Dead people
I
don't
really
walk
hope
around.
I can't hear anything that Ridley is saying at the moment. Can I?
I think that this is happening at the same time that we're very quietly going, I have no
Yeah.
idea why the cops are coming for Necromancy and why I suddenly have a zombie behind me. Are the facts connected?
Cordoni's not being super quiet, but like isn't shouting. I think Ridley is.
Probably.
Well, Ridley's like trying to whisper, but it's like the kind of whispering that's like.
Especially in the tunnel, just echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's concurrent, I would say.
But we're still the good guys, because ain't nobody else coming in his mind trying to find where the problem is.
He did hurt Dodie.
Mm-hmm. He did.
And Connie stops looking back and keeps walking forward.
All right.
I'm not stressed. I've kept my knuckles on this whole time. Wherever we're going, whatever next room we're in, I have my knuckles on. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
taking any time to pull out a weapon. I always got those things on me.
Where's
Sure,
our
sure.
Where's our mining cart? Is it like? Is it?
It's on
possibly
the other
get-
side of the cave-in, I think, that we caused.
That's right. Okay.
I think it might have. It probably would have rolled back down to the entrance because you guys have been sitting here for hours.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
unless it had a reason to plateau somewhere.
Yeah, no, it probably rolled back to the entrance.
On the plus side, maybe the cannibals ate each other.
Yippee.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be one nice person I have to tell to.
I've heard humans have less meat on them than you'd think.
From whom?
Remember a story.
All right. Well,
My heart
look
is
at
beating
there. It's the
so
mom
fast.
cart.
I think it probably depends on the human.
So you want to go back towards the entrance of the mine?
I want to go. Isn't there's the three-pronged thing? I thought
There's a
that there
three-pronged
was-
thing.
Yeah.
The-
Did it not settle down there? It went all the way back to the front. How long would
Yeah,
it
it
take?
went all the way
go
back to the front.
How long would it take to get that mine cart? Is it worth it?
It's up to you. It'll probably take a good 15-minute walk back, I think, to the entrance.
Okay.
Do we want
Are we
a mine
going
cart?
to the entrance? entrance, or are we going to the...
Well, we're gonna be heading back in. It's just whether or not we want to be going in the minecart, which does give us kind of a battering ram potential.
I don't...
And go ahead.
It's... Well, no. Flip me some notice real fast.
I think a minecart will be much louder.
Okay. Who's flipping notice?
I can.
Yeah, I'll flip some notice.
Okay.
You of us want to do it?
TN, I think 8 probably. Yeah, it's the 8 stakes to go to, I think.
15. I've just wasted a 12 on this.
15?
I just,
Okay.
I just wasted a red joker for a,
Oh,
for a
no.
16.
Awesome. This is good shit, guys. So it's dead silent now.
Okay, so those are the guys that were eating each other, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We've got one more area we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, we're going to the last room.
Is the part that is usually loud, is that dead silent?
Yeah.
The whole thing's quiet. There's
Yeah.
well there's the trickle, but that's about it.
Can
Trickle
we
of,
clarify what we were hearing before? Because I thought that we had very specifically heard the rip and tearing eating sounds coming from the room that we're about to go into. Is it possible we were hearing it from the other room?
No.
And now it's not? No, it definitely was in there, and now it's not there
Somebody
anymore.
did all
Yeah.
the
Okay.
eating, is what
It has been several hours between they just finished eating.
Oh god.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
Okay,
So-
do we want to get the cart or just go on in?
Would you like me to go in because I can see in the dark?
We could send Levi.
I guess we could.
Can
Feels like
he report back on what he's seen?
oh, he can communicate, but he would be a good bodyguard. I mean,
Would you like
As
me and
far-
Levi to go then?
yeah.
As we don't need light. I can communicate with quite loud and punctual gestures to the drill.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, we could also go just maybe a few steps back. I don't feel comfortable with him out of my sight right now because I don't know what he does.
I don't need light either. I'll walk on the other side of Levi.
Dorothy and I will be just outside the door with completely blind eyes upon you. If things start going
Ridley.
badly, the signal will be your eyes turning on, I assume.
Ridley,
Turn
could
your
you please
eyes
stay with Dorothy and Sutton? Keep an eye on them.
Okay.
Shout me if something comes.
Yeah.
And Cordoni, do turn on your eyes if there's any danger. So
If
that
there's
we
any
know.
danger, or if it's clear.
All right, Levi. You go with Cordoni, and if she says to attack something, please do that.
And he shuffles on. He shuffles on towards Cordoni.
Screws, watch that for me.
Cordoni, like, since you don't want to make no noise when you're in there, if you want us to follow you, maybe I could watch you. And then, the signal will be like, do like a dance or something.
Screws will wave.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
What
you
going?
stay with us, Ridley, but you can peek in through the door and keep an eye on it.
So what?
Okay.
What door are you guys talking about? It's an
Like
open
an
tunnel.
Archway.
Yeah, the tunnel. We
Okay.
refer into the tunnel as
You
the
know,
door.
there's that
Okay.
in like mines. There's like a.
Yeah, there's the struts and everything. So okay, so you're gonna stay on one side of the strut, and the other two
Yeah.
are going in. All
We're
right.
staying on one side of the strut. You're gonna go certain like 30 feet or something like that, 10
Yeah.
yards ahead of us, and then check it out, and then wave us on, and we'll remain a distance behind you going down the tunnel, I think.
Kind of the plan.
They stay about what, like 20 feet behind, something like that. 15 feet behind.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I can see just as well in darkness. I have 0 penalties for it.
I would like to say, wait, just a moment. I would like to stay exactly. What is 15 feet behind because that is my charge distance. Thank you.
15
You have
feet.
15.
Jesus
You have a
Christ.
15-foot charge distance.
It's 5 yards, right?
Okay, all right.
Oh, right, yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
5 yards.
Not 15 yards. 15 feet is 5
Yeah,
yards.
no, yeah, that makes
like-
sense.
I would be both kind.
I forgot what game we were
Just
playing for a second.
sprinting.
Okay, so Cordoni doesn't breathe, right? All right, that's
Yep,
fine.
Could only
That's
do have a minor.
concerning question.
Codoni doesn't
seriously.
breathe, but they do have a minor whir of like the cogs and gears inside of them.
Okay.
It's quiet, but if it's completely silent in a room, the same way you can hear a clock, you can hear
Okay,
the
that's fine.
clockwork.
It's not what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
But you guys roll on in into this tunnel. So the further you get inside of the tunnel, there are tracks. There are the tracks going, and it takes a good. Sutton, did you say you were following 15 feet away, or no?
I think that the rest of the group is that 15 feet back,
15
like waiting
feet.
around
It's like
corners, maintaining it.
Cordoni and Levi, and then Ridley, Sutton, Dodie. 15
Okay, so you're just gonna see a tunnel go on then, unless you want to go further.
I think our goal is to always stay about 15 feet behind.
Okay, then if you want to keep going like that, then sure we can do that.
Yeah, basically, Cordoni's going, checking that bit's clear, and then they're following in, and it's
And they're stepping. Okay,
continuous
all right.
stages.
Awesome. Absolutely. So this kind of like slow going process, you know.
We are also stealthing, if that makes any difference.
Would you want us to flip for that?
No, I don't think you need to.
Okay,
Uh,
my camera died. I'm gonna quickly reset that.
but yeah, you don't need to stealth. What you are going to notice is that the path kind of branches. It's more of a fresher tunnel to the right, but this side kind of just goes on straight. So there's a path to the right, and then the path straight that has the tracks on it for a minecart. And as you guys get closer, you are going to notice it starts to smell a lot worse the further you get inside.
Onions?
No, not onions. Like
Like
Popper?
poop.
yes, like poop.
Black poop her in the butt.
Poop. Yeah, poop. It'll smell like poop. It'll smell like some
Acid? Like digestive acid?
no, like rotting meat almost. This tunnel isn't. This is more dirt and rock and everything. It's earth, not like it was upstairs.
Yeah. Okay. You can just smell that clearly something's living further in.
I'm going to just gently put my hand on Dodie's shoulder because I know we're in the dark. She's not able to see me coming, so I'm going to do it. And I'm going to try to announce my presence, and I've got that kerchief from that other time we were walking wrong meat, and I'm just going to gently tie it over her nose just so he doesn't have to experience it.
Yep. I feel like already at that point you could feel her shoulders. She's like actively trying not to gag. She's like,
Do you think we're actually in the butt now?
Well, my butt is not made out of stone, personally.
or rotten meat.
I think when you eat, you have to shit. And it sounds like they finished eating.
Oh, they're just pooping everywhere? That's so gross. We're gonna have to watch where we step.
Well, just let us know if we're gonna step in it.
Okay. Don't step over there. There's a big pile.
Yeah, you're, there's nothing unless you go down the right path. There's nothing going to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much contained to that right room.
Is Cordoni like on the left right now?
Where's Cordoni?
I hate to suggest this truly through the very deepest part of my soul that does look like, or I don't know, you said there was a new tunnel. Should we be looking in that?
So, like, the multiple different tunnels in this path we haven't entered, yeah?
Yeah, there's continuing on straight and one going to the right.
I have a very important Cordoni question. Can she isolate her eyes so one flashlight goes down one and one flashlight goes down the... Ah, damn!
It's like a porcelain, like a headlights going straight forward.
But I can look down
They can,
the right
they can
one
turn
and
their
see-
head.
We're not separating. That's not what's happening. Whoever's at the front, I think, is deciding which one we're going to check
Yeah.
out first.
It's Cordoni. They're ideally, like, obviously got like they got a red joker and a 16 on their notice. So they're ideally going, if they hear any noise of anything that could be living, they're heading towards that.
Sure, you'll hear flies.
If not, they're heading towards where they heard the noise of the eating last time.
I don't think you'll be able to isolate where the eating came from because you were still kind of far away from it. just down this somewhere in this tunnel. That's where it was. But you'll hear flies coming from the right side.
Probably stay away from the poop then. Probably like have a look down it. If they could like shine the light down it just for a minute, just to see if they see anyone immediately there.
Yeah, you'll see piles of torn clothing and like there's piles of shit, but also like
waste
entrails that are kind of like torn open and like covering the ground.
The ship did not exit the anus, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. There's piles of bones. There's piles of like sinew and everything.
The ship directly exited the bowels via disembowelment.
Yeah, so we're gonna head the not disembowelment road.
Okay.
At least for now.
I'm sorry, I can't see anything. Did you just say not disembowelment road?
Yeah, let's not head down that way, because if Dodie gets... Yeah, no.
I don't think they're good for your shoes.
I have very nice shoes.
Yeah, as you guys keep on going down the straight path, it continues on down for a little while, and there is more struts. But it's going to come to a dead end, and there is an overturned, not overturned, but it's on its side. It's a mine cart that's like off the tracks and over.
Can we listen for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I have a very strong immediate suspicion that there is something inside that mine cart that is knocked over, just waiting inside of it. Do we hear nothing in there?
Flies.
I don't know. I'm frightened.
Yeah, Coney's can look around, see if we can find anything in this dead end.
Where's Levi about this point? Because it's been about 20 minutes. Well, more than 20, probably more than 20 minutes. Where's Levi?
Next to Cordoni.
Cordoni, maybe get some defense real fast.
Make a defense? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong. That's my cheat deck. Sorry. I'm gonna shuffle that back in. Defense on Cordoni. That's a 12.
It's gonna be a 7. TN 7.
I got a 12.
Okay. Levi tries to swing at you.
Dodie, he's trying to attack Cordoni.
Yeah, he's trying to like get at and start gnawing at you.
Literally, it's gonna be like, lights on Cordoni now, and he's gonna be getting out her gun. Like, glad that bandana's up because she's.
Yeah, Cordoni's not gonna do it because that takes an action. Cordoni's just gonna into his chest.
Drill through his head immediately.
Yeah. Cordoni's just gonna drill up through the hole that's already there.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you flip for this. It's too low.
It's a minimum damage of 4.
A minimum 4. All right. Well then.
It's minimum
okay.
4.
Jesus Christ. I gave you
like
something
the gun,
too good.
The gun cock and everything like that, but Cordoni's way too fast. Like, doesn't.
Yeah, it's on top of me. Cordoni just puts the arm up into the hole that's there and turns it on.
Okay. Absolutely, and it's going to take 4 damage, so I'm not going to make you flip for it. And it's going to, shudder as you're spinning the drill, and it's going to go limp.
Can just discard the very mangled corpse at this point onto the ground.
Cordoni, was that your drill? Are you okay?
I am fine.
Okay.
It appears our undead friend was not too friendly anymore.
What made him try to eat you, though?
I do not know. Perhaps he was hungry. Though I
Is
do
there
not have
something-
flesh.
Is there something up there?
Still looking.
You
Can't
don't
find
know
anything
why
to note.
he came alive to begin with, which was what I was worried about. So, maybe, I don't know.
I am okay.
That's how zombies work.
There was no damage done.
Well, we know there's a bunch of zombies in here anyway, aren't there?
We don't know the others are zombies just yet.
I do feel like I should point out if there was chewing noises and then they stopped. Does that mean something won?
It seems so.
Well, depends how hungry it was, right?
Indeed.
If you're so hungry for flesh, do you stop when you're the only one left?
Excellent point.
Most stories say yes, some say no.
Okay.
Depends how desperate you get.
Just be awfully careful.
Does
How
anyone want to
far-
just drop us down here?
Zach. Not Cordoni's thought, Cordoni's subconscious
Mm-hmm.
thought. How far are we away from the Northern Hills?
You're in the Northern Hills.
Like, how deep into the Northern Hills are we?
This is one of the hills.
Wonderful.
That means
Thank
nothing
you.
to me. I don't know what that means, but I'm very intimidated.
Northern
Thank you.
Hills are like the frozen kind of tundra hills where Rasputina lives.
I
Rasputina.
was gonna say I know what it means.
However, Dodie, straight over her head. But
So Rasputina's the widow. Got it. Check. Got it. I've made a decision.
The Northern Hills are known for their cannibal cults.
But not known to us.
Yeah, not known to Sutton, but known by those who know enough about the Northern Hills.
in the right circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those.
I love how out of the loop all of our characters are about most things.
That's most characters in Malifaux, in all fairness. That's kind of a big part of Malifaux, is that no one knows what the fuck's going on.
If you expected it, it would kind of
Oh.
take some of the horror out of it,
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
it?
a horror setting.
I'm gonna feel my way around the wall here into this hard stop at the end. Just give it a little.
So you're going past the minecart.
Yeah, wait.
I
maybe
was
wait for
listening to
Cordoni.
see if there was somebody in there, so if I could get a notice check
Yeah.
first to see if it's gonna come and grab my ankles like the monster
Well, no,
under my bed.
I mean, you heard the flies, so that's about it.
I did also say that I was going to search the rest of that dead end room,
Okay.
which means I would be searching the minecart.
Okay. You cut me off before I finished describing the minecart. There's also a
We
big
panicked.
dent in it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
There's like a big dent in this minecart, and it is, if you go around the minecart, you're gonna see there's another corpse there, with flies buzzing around it.
Hmm.
There's so many
Does-
flies in here.
Is
Oh,
anything inside of the minecart?
Just dirt. There's some dirt in there. I think you're just gonna notice some dirt.
I got a 16. I flipped a red joker. What the fuck
I
now?
think that there was something earlier that you did not see, so you would not be able to recognize.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yes.
All right, fine. All right.
I know who this fucking is immediately. I feel like. Does it look like a gentleman who might tell his sons not to play in the watering hole?
No, but it might.
Oh. Then I don't know who this corpse is. Never
Why
mind.
is that your theory?
Well, because we have a picture of that guy. And Danny and I were talking to Zach the other day saying, where is he? Tell us where he is. And I was like, here he is. Okay, question solved.
It does look like somebody else that you've run into.
That's
It does look like it has the spitting. Well, okay. It's the face is very. Well, it's not grown. It's bloated. Face is bloated from decay. But
Mhm.
if it was a little bit smaller, it would look like Ingrid Oster.
Ingrid's
Oh.
son. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Not the
good.
corpse I want.
Can I dig in his pants and get his ID?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
I sort of So you said it looks like, because Dodie can't see anything. You said it looks like Ingrid's son. Do you think we could get the cart back over so we can bring him back to her? I mean, he's still in kind
It's
of one
about
piece, right?
20 odd minutes away. Depends if we want to get 20 minutes to bring it here to bring it back.
No,
Maybe-
there's
We
an
could just-
upside down cart here in there.
That's potential.
Oh yeah, we could roll him down and then on the way out maybe pick him up.
That seems wise.
Could you just put a big old rock in the cart and then we could use the rock as a stopper if we need to.
Oh.
I know she was looking for him and she at least wanted to be able to put him to rest, and I wish we could do it for everyone.
Worth
She did
mentioning,
ask.
he's not been eaten yet. And everything else has.
That's a little scary, actually.
That's weird.
Cardoni's gonna turn on the light.
Maybe it's just maybe
When
it's because maybe it's just because he got all the way over here.
Hopefully.
when you guys turn on the light, it goes back to your normal orange light, your normal
Good.
lantern light. And as you were coming back down, if you had the lights on, it was red up top, and then it started going back to normal the closer you got back to the bottom. Anyway, you guys are going to notice some glittering. There's gonna be some glittering. Ridley, you were there's glittering on the dust, on the dirt that's kind of in the minecart. But Ridley, you were digging through this guy's pocket to try to find a union card, and you'll absolutely find the union card. But he also had a piece of paper clutched in his hand.
I'm gonna pry his fingers open and take it.
All right, absolutely.
Look,
it appears-
everyone.
Say,
it's a scribbled note.
in the meantime, I think while she's listening to Ridley read this note, Dodie's gonna start to shuffle through the sparkly dirt to see if there's a soul stone.
There's no soul stone. You can kind of depending on how hard you dig, you might be able to get a charge of dust. One
That's
charge of
awesome.
dust. But as you're doing that, you stand up and you look around, and it's like, oh shit, there's some more glittering behind you.
Yeah, I think maybe just by circumstance, there's about a charge because she's pulling stuff out looking for, so Cordoni could take that if she wants to, but that's not Dodie's goal.
Cardoni just had 4 people die near them. They're good.
True. Yeah, no, she's no, and then she just kind of.
Does really know how to read?
I think so.
No.
Okay.
He
Cardoni.
can read a little.
Ridley?
He can read a little bit because he reads he learned how to read the cards. There's descriptions on the cards,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's getting there.
Yeah,
Probably
I'll say.
alright.
So he reads a little bit, but not advanced or anything.
Would you like me to have a read?
No, I want to read it. Okay. He'll read it very slowly. Here you go, Zach. Can you read it to us?
Read it very slowly, Zach, and with that accent.
With Ridley's accent.
Yeah.
You're Ridley now.
I'm Ridley. I'm Ridley.
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 It's like the way I've been saying
Ridley.
Ridley. Do you know what it sounds like? Ow, Charlie! Charlie bit me.
Hey!
Oh, deep cuts over here. Jeez.
Yeah, deep cuts. I do not know why I'm saying Ridley like Charlie.
It says, Mama and Gabe, I don't have much time now. I can feel my body getting cold. The boiled bride came to me. She wants my soul in exchange for more life. I want to see you two again, but I don't want to hurt anyone. She said she learned how to make men mad at the top of the mountain. I figure if the curse is up there, then the cure is up there too. Please find the cure for Gabe. I don't hate him. I don't want him to be sad about what he did. It weren't his fault. The bride is coming back. She won't get my soul. Take care of Mama, Gabe. Goodbye. Love, Yowen.
I want to double check. So Rob Cantor's actual name is Dave Cantor.
Yeah,
Gabriel
exactly. Yeah.
Cantor, yeah.
Okay.
Dodie's real teary-eyed at that. Even if it was read in a slow and stilting voice, dulcet tones of an 11-year-old or however old Ridley is.
He's only 2 years away from marrying age, so.
Only 2 years away.
Well, looks like we have a lead.
Seems like he was a good man.
We should
Gabe
retrieve his
must-
body.
Be his brother.
Seems so.
In one way or another. Yeah.
Cardoni will lift the body.
Okay.
With a doctor check, is there anything I could do to prevent some of the more egregious looks of the rot? So at least when I present it to his mother, he looks a little bit more presentable.
Doing an embalming check.
Basically seeing if I could remove some of the bits of air bubbles building up on some of the liquid and let some of the blood out so it's not as bloated.
Yeah, I guess you can kind of swat away some of the flies that have come in.
Just make it look a little bit nicer.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do that. If you really want to make a doctor check, you can. I'm not gonna make you do it.
I'll give it a flip anyway.
All right.
She's like watching, and then she realizes what she's watching. She's like, "Oh God!"
If you want to make a centering duel,
That's
if you want to go ahead and make a horror duel TN10, go for
Yeah.
it.
Like, Dodie did not have the strongest stomach. I'm surprised she has not lost her lunch ever. She did faint, so I think that's probably worse.
If Cordoni was capable of throwing up, Coney would have thrown up a lot throughout this campaign.
Fair. I mean, that's a centering 12, so she probably does and she's like, it's fine. People die. Okay.
Nothing you haven't seen before at this point.
Okay.
And yeah, Cordoni, did you flip or you don't want to flip?
Yeah, I got a 12.
You got a 12. All right, so you'll be able to make the corpse more presentable.
Cordoni is a good doctor.
Absolutely. Pop some
I
air
will
bubbles,
argue-
degas the corpse a little bit. It was kind of bloated, but there's a pretty good hole in it in the side where there's some cracked ribs and everything coming out and everything. So yeah, you can maybe put the spleen back up in there, squeeze it out,
Two pittons over the eyes,
Yeah, that
I
sort of
got
thing.
some bandages. You can hold it in with this.
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna
that
go in the
with
shit tunnel.
Okay.
I think
Why?
with the 12, Dodie isn't just suddenly okay with it, but rather because Cordoni's taking the time to prep the body, she's got the time to really center herself and be so that's really, she's still kind of mumbling to herself a little bit but is gonna follow Sutton into the shit tunnel.
No, you're
Wait,
not fucking going into the shit tunnel. It's not necessary. There's no reason to believe there's anything in here. I am
You
just.
can't go
seeing
by
if-
yourself.
Ridley, if you want to come with me, that's quite all right. Miss Weston, I don't mean to exclude you or at all imply that you would not be of use in there, but there is no reason to put yourself through it. Ridley and I've seen things like this before. It's not so bad. Just seeing if there's anybody who we might be able to ID, I guess.
If possible, Dodie, I would appreciate you clearing the minecart out so I could put the body in there.
Yeah, I can do that. No problem. I'm just gonna start shoveling dirt out of the minecart.
Absolutely. So you shovel the dirt out the minecart. You two go into the shit tunnel. You're going to see neat is a strong word, but there's a pile of shit. There's a pile of not quite, picked clean bones on one side. There's a pile of inedible sinew. This is a smaller pile. Inedible sinew on this side. There's torn clothes on this side. Neat piles of every inedible part of a human body.
And they're just in piles, organized piles.
Yes.
We don't hear anything down here, right?
Wise.
Does it seem to be quite a long tunnel?
It's not terribly long, no.
Are we nearing the end at this point? Can we see the end of the tunnel from where we're at, or is there a possibility?
Yeah, you from the entrance to it, you can kind of see the end. It's more of a room, less of a tunnel. It's more like people were trying to spread out as much as they can, trying to find more stuff.
So I just want to clarify again. The eating sounds that we heard could only have come from here,
From this tunnel, as opposed to the other two, yeah.
but he's been dead long enough to be rotting? Who ate this?
There's something
know.
else here. It's been a little while though.
Somebody's been keeping
Mother.
this. It's all organized.
Yeah. Can I do some kind of... I almost want to. I don't even know what this would fucking be, man. Would it be a tracking or a wilderness check to be like, how recently was this thing here? Was it a person? Was it wearing boots? Is it an animal? Was it a zombie? Like, how did this thing move?
I'll give you some track, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll give you wilderness for this one, but I'll give you track.
Okay, well, I've got a +2 to this because I'm trained twice.
Can I help somehow? How would I help?
Are you trained in tracking?
Let me see. I'd probably not, but
yeah, if you have ranks in track, then you can help. But if not, no.
No, I don't.
That's all right. That's all right. What's my target number?
8 is the go-to. I think it's not particularly difficult.
I got a 14. What the fuck is this?
Nice.
A 14?
Yeah.
So you can tell there are in the bone pile. There's one particular set that's wetter than the rest of them. There. In the shit pile, there's some shit that's like wetter than there because some of it's been sitting here and drying out, I guess. There's a few things that are particularly like fresher than everything else. So something was here earlier tonight.
Earlier tonight. Can I look at the with that 14, looking at the bones? What kind of teeth were chewing this off? This was human teeth that were eating at this thing, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that. It was human teeth.
Okay.
Is it human poop?
You can tell by smell if it's human poop. You can definitely tell the difference by smell.
It's shape, right?
Yeah.
Wait, it's human poop, and the last meal was also human. So.
Yeah. All right. So sometime in the time when we were in that room, he's not down this tunnel anymore. He's not in that other one. He's got to be in the sweat pool, I guess. So it's still here somewhere. Okay. Well, we're just gonna keep our eyes up.
Are we trying to get rid of all of them so that they don't leave and, hurt the town?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I was thinking when we came in here, I had this great idea that we were going to go in and we were going to find a problem, we were going to solve it, and then we could let some of these people back out. But even if we solved it now, I don't know if you can be a human again after this.
No. But we do have the answer now. We know where the cure is.
We know where a dead man thought the cure might be. But you're right. We have next steps and 2 dead brothers. Sorry. All right. Let's. I don't think there's anything else for us in here.
Maybe we should have some kind of trap we set where we can attract them all and instead of roaming around everywhere.
That's a good idea. He's gonna come back to his house, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Well, he
set
gets
that
hungry.
up. I can set one of those up. I can do that. You could bring up, I don't know. You just do explosions, right?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, you need one?
I mean, I know how to set like a trap for an animal, but it would hold it. It wouldn't kill it. Do you think you'd be able to set up a trigger or something? Is that within your realm of capability?
If we I got these fire bombs and I got some flaming bottles, so like if we were able to set it up above where it drops on him, maybe
at the very least. Okay, I got it. I think essentially, and we're going to communicate this to the 2 outside too, what I would like to do is set up the same kind of trap that I would set for like a wolf or something that was causing problems around our little homestead area behind the thing. It's just something to trap it in place. And I'd like to install, if there are support beams in here, or even if we just have to drill it into the ceiling above, one of your explosives that Dorothy can shoot at once it's trapped. Because I think that's easier than trying to set up a very complicated Rube Goldberg explosive trap.
yeah.
We're gonna hold it there. and we're gonna be ready for when it gets here, and just hope that it doesn't smell us.
Okay. Sure. So you're gonna
We're gonna set up a trap, wait a little bit away, and wait for the trap to go off and catch it, I guess.
Should we do it in the right-hand side? That's what you were thinking, right? So
Yeah,
that way
yeah.
if it collapses, it's just in that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
So you come out and you say this to Dodie and Cordoni as well.
Yeah, we're planning on trapping the thing as best we can.
Do you think it's still here? I mean, if things are happening at the peak of the mountain, do you think it'll come back here?
To get to the peak of the mountain, we've been all the tunnels in here, right?
Yeah, you've been through all the tunnels in here, but
There's no way up from here. I think you need to get out of the mines before you can get to the mountain. Is that a correct understanding?
yes.
There was plenty of time for them to do that. You said
You were sitting around for a few hours.
Yeah, they very
Yeah,
clearly
I
could.
was-
It rolled our
out.
Jesus stone out of the way.
Oh, well, I guess we could go look.
We've not checked.
Oh, that's true.
Perhaps we should. And
We
also, I
have
was
no idea.
thinking, I'm not too keen on going back myself, but if we're gonna follow the suggestion on this gentleman's dying note, we might need that equipment.
I already took it.
Good.
Yeah. It's very
Let me-
disrespectful, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. Well, you said it was in a crate, right? When you found it, so.
I don't know. I mean, this place is a tomb at a certain point, isn't it? What's the line of grave robbing? Is there a radius effect?
The dead ain't using it.
I mean, not to be disrespectful as well, but if you're defining anywhere someone's died to be a tomb, well, that's everywhere. And
Yeah, that's. Just get my head off. That's true. I'm gonna set up this thing real quick anyway. It's gonna take me maybe.
I want to ask real fast about the Jesus rock you put in front of it. Wasn't it just like some rocks so that if they
It
all
was a boulder
run out?
that took us half an hour to roll in front of it. You made like it took us a long
Yeah, you made us
time.
make a check and stuff.
We had to do a big old athletics check to roll an enormous boulder in front of it.
Okay.
It's movable,
fair
but it
enough.
has to be very clear to us that something's moved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
Yeah, so
could definitely
something's
get
got
out
out.
through it, but we would know that it had happened.
Okay.
Yes, so something's got out.
And it would take some time.
Okay. Sometime.
Well,
Yeah, it's totally possible that it happened while we were sitting around.
Yeah, we
but
sat around for
we
like 3
know By
hours.
looking at it now, that
Okay.
it had happened. And that he
4, I
wasn't.
think, because I
At
was
least.
out until the last like hour.
Yeah. Still been in
Okay.
the cave for a good few.
I'm just gonna set up a trap real quick anyway. It shouldn't take me that long. I do this all the time. While you guys are wheeling the minecart up to the front, and then I'll catch up.
We can.
Sure.
I'll stay back with you just in case something comes. I mean, it would just be bad if. Actually, maybe
You two
Cordoni
can't
or
see.
Somebody
Ridley
who can
could-
see.
Wait, what?
Okay, if you don't mind waiting for 5 minutes, I'll go as fast as I can, everybody.
We'll wait.
I don't know if that's a wilderness check or if I can just do it.
I'm
Not
sure
me.
you can just do it. You're experienced enough at it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
Sundance has done a million of these.
I'm not gonna make a check right now.
Put
Uh,
a beef jerky under a cardboard box with a stick set up in front of it, like a Looney Tunes trap.
Sutton carries beef jerky. Okay, gotcha.
It's a human beef jerky.
Okay. Absolutely. So, you guys make your way back towards the. Well, where you're going back towards the entrance, I assume.
Yeah.
With the cart with the body and the supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take the Ingrid.
Absolutely. So you're going to. The closer you get, you're going to hear some mumbling. You're getting closer to the entrance. And as time goes on, you're going to hear the mumbling, and you see some like light that's like kind of like streaming in from like around the Jesus rock. You've been in here for quite a while, so the sun has risen at this point. So it's coming in, and you hear this mumbling, almost as somebody's reading something.
My light is on, so I'm going to look up, see if I can see anything there.
Your light is on? Okay. So you're getting closer. You're still getting closer.
Yeah.
Reading something?
Okay.
Can we make out what they're saying?
Or like what kind of voice it is? Is it a voice that's more like da, 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 or a voice that's more like
Yeah, that's an important distinction, actually.
Like, the 4th June of...
Yeah. Do we got a Shakespearean actor in here, or is this full left
No,
again?
This is where they come to practice.
I wouldn't say a Shakespearean actor, but I will say to mine. Like he's struggling to read it.
But he's not struggling. He's struggling to read it in the way that Ridley struggles to read, not in the way that somebody whose jaw fell off several weeks ago would be struggling to.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like me to call out?
Yeah, I think it sounds human.
Hello, are you okay up there?
Ha! Ha!
Is everything okay?
Ha! And he
Oh God.
are you're he's in a well, you're looking at him, right? You can,
Yeah.
you're in your show. You can probably see him. You're gonna see the there was a man standing like in the light, like looking down and reading, but he jolts up when he hears your voice. And he turns around and notices you guys, and then starts charging at you.
Wait! I'm gonna try to intimidate him, essentially. Because this is a human man, and we are heavily armed.
Is there yellow?
Yes.
There's yellow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then I'm just gonna tackle him. Okay. Never mind, then I'm not gonna try
I
to
love the
intimidate him if there's
difference
yellow.
now.
It's not gonna work.
Are we in initiative?
No,
actions are
I'll let you guys get ready to. I'll let you guys get ready to do this. I'm not going to put you in initiative.
Counterspell.
Okay. Are you doing your on who?
On the guy. He said there's yellow.
There's yellow. Okay, it's from the enchanting check you got last time. It's not going to cure these guys. It'll protect you, but these guys are a little too far gone.
All right. I'll just I didn't realize this was also a super far gone guy.
Yeah, it's a super far gone guy.
Oh, he was reading.
If we can try not to fucking kill, if we can try to just knock this guy unconscious, he can read. He can read. He's
The others
gotta
were
have some
singing
left.
and
Yeah, the
standing
others
around.
were singing.
They seem fine to other people in there with the infection.
Maybe we could put him in like a prison. Maybe the town has a prison or something.
He's charging you.
Yeah, but Sutton, like, didn't she?
And
I'm
Dodie's
just having
gonna
a
do
moral
counterspell anyway, just so it doesn't pass on to us.
Mhm.
You can hit one person at a time with it, essentially.
Okay, starting with Sutton, because Sutton's trying to tackle him.
Okay. So Sutton, you're gonna try to tackle him when he gets up to you. Go ahead and.
I'm
Why don't you go ahead and
essentially
put it-
trying to grapple him and put his face in the dirt so that he is not a danger to us.
Okay,
I
grappling.
do
Grappling is
not
absolutely a. It's a skill in this game.
But it's speed based. That sucks. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, grappling its own thing.
it's a skill.
Can I not do grappling with strength or with might if I'm literally just trying to body slam him?
I mean, that's what.
I don't have any ranks in it either way. They're always specifically tied to the aspect.
Yeah, for something that's like specifically in the book, I kind of want to stick to it for right now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna suck at this, but I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to do it anyway.
Counterspell does not go off. No, because you
Alright,
say
what's my
it's main.
target number?
The target number is going to be 10.
Got a 6. I can't cheat to succeed, so I only got a 6.
Okay. So your thing fails. So he's probably gonna take a swing at you when you're wrestling. And go ahead and flip me some defense real fast. TN 11.
That's also going to be a 6, and I also can't cheat this.
Okay. Well, in that case, this is going to be flip me 2 cards, take a lower.
Okay. Great. There's a good card. All right. This is going to be a 10.
All right. In this scuffle, you guys are going to be you're going to take 3 damage as he's clawing at you, and you're trying to wrestle him, but he's just getting at you and everything.
Okay. I'm trying to get him down to the floor, essentially.
Is anybody else trying to do anything?
Yeah,
I did
guess.
try to counterspell, so see what Ridley and Cordoni.
Ridley's kind of hesitating because he really wants to run forward and help, but he remembers the last time he got under an enemy and tried to help. So he's kind of like trying to. So I think Cordoni would go next because he's really kind of frozen in place right now.
So they're kind of like wrestling on the ground, yeah?
I'm not gonna say wrestling on the ground. I think Sutton tried to like grab him and kind of went back and forth a little bit, but he's clawing and fighting and
We're like
standing
slammed
up.
up against a wall or something.
Yeah.
We're not on the ground.
If I just punch him, it's gonna be non-lethal, yeah? I can like non-lethally melee attack someone with my
Yeah,
fists.
use your non-drill arm, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna punch rather than I'm gonna charge and punch twice.
All right, go ahead and flip me some attack.
I've got a better chance to hit with this. Oh, that's a 18.
18. All right, his thing is 10. So you beat it by 6. Go ahead and flip me a straight flip.
Straight flip, that's gonna be a moderate damage, which is gonna be a 2.
2, unless you want. Can you cheat in something better?
I don't have any cards.
Okay.
Would have been a 5 on my drill, but we're trying not to kill him as far as I'm aware.
He still has the yellow aura, and it is still kind of slowly infecting people. So Ridley, you wanted to pass your turn.
No, I didn't want to pass my turn. I wanted Cordoni to go first.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Okay, so during Ridley's time of being obsessed with cowboys and death marshals, which is still the case, he had this obsession with like trying to lasso things. So I think he's going to try. I think we got some rope, right, from the back room. So
Sure, we have some rope somewhere, yeah.
I'm sure it was in the
climbing
climbing equipment
kit,
somewhere.
So he's gonna quickly try to tie a knot and like lasso the guy's neck, like his head.
Okay. Flip me some flexible.
Would it be flexible or thrown weapons? Technically,
It'd be flexible.
Be flexible, because you keep one hand on one end of the rope.
Yeah, this one's flexible.
Flexible weapons. Okay. What's the TN?
It's 10. That's his defense.
Okay. I'm gonna cheat that. It was a 2. I'm gonna cheat it with a 9 to do 11.
Mm-hmm.
So so basically what he does is he's going to the rope is going to fall over and Ridley's gonna pull and tighten it to where now Sutton within range has a little more ability to jerk him around, grab that rope, whatever she wants to do, and Ridley's pulling on that rope to try and like get him off of Sutton.
Okay. So you get the rope and you give it a good pull. You with your metal arm and black bloodedness. I'll give it to you. You manage to knock him off balance, and he'll probably fall to the floor. And you two have an option to do a thing. Dodie, what's your ranks in counterspelling real fast?
My rank in counterspelling is like, I think it's like 1. It's not good. Yeah.
1? Okay. So you protected Sutton. Sutton and Cordoni both go ahead and flip me some centering real fast because you're right up next to him. Sutton, you get a +1 to it.
Okay.
But Tiana's 10.
Oh, darling, that's not good. I think that's gonna be a fail. That's gonna be a fail.
I also got
Alright.
a fail. I got a 6 total, but I'm gonna cheat in my 8 atones to get a 10. Because I'm not failing this check. Thank you.
Okay. Cordoni, you are infected with rage right now. It's still free. Cordoni, you lost, so you can attack whoever. You can attack the guy. You can attack Sutton. What's more dramatic?
Who's immediately closest to me?
The guy is on the floor, I think. Having been
Yeah, he
yanked
just
back
got dragged down to the floor
Yeah.
off of Sutton, essentially.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, because this is more of like a impulse, yeah?
Yeah.
Zach, you know things that Cordoni doesn't about Cordoni. What does she do? Not Cordoni, the woman came before.
That's a big question.
Because that's who I'm thinking would be attacked if it was like pure going off instinct.
Pure going off instinct.
Because on the one hand, the guy on the floor is an easier target, but Sutton's better prey. Sutton's a bigger mark of fighting.
I think it'd be Sutton.
Yeah. Sutton, I'm real sorry.
Do it!
So a drill whirs up,
My God.
and Sutton flip me a defense. Beat a 10. Please
Okay.
beat a 10.
I'll do it.
After this,
I
I
got
would
13!
Woo!
Uh,
I'd like to try and counterspell again after this, but I'm just trying to do it within a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think after this, I think we should be on initiative if this shit is going
Yeah,
down.
I think we might have to. I thought you guys were gonna like get rid of him quickly, but geez.
I could have done if I would have went drill straight away, but Sutton's like, oh, we want to take him so we can talk to him, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm punching him.
I'm trying to help people. I don't want anyone to have to die if they don't have to.
Hopefully, I make him unconscious to choke him out till he passes out.
That
I mean,
takes
Okay,
a
but
while.
okay, I got a 13 defense. Where'd that drill go?
it
It's a-
misses.
Right
attack
next to
which
my
misses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
okay. Who wants to take their turn next and stand on his
Dodie
third?
is-
I guess.
Dodie's
Dodie.
gonna shout Cordoni, and even though she knows, and try to counterspell again, and hope I
Okay,
do better.
you can target Cordoni. If you, I'll give it to you. If you clear them, you're also targeting them with magical shielding. So go ahead and flip me a card.
All right, let's see how we do. What's my TN? 10.
10, because it's for the rage curse is 10.
I'm cheating it to an 11.
Okay, so you'll be able to clear Cordoni, and Cordoni will be protected from the rage curse.
I do get to draw a card because I missed a close combat attack.
You do? Oh well, there you fucking go.
I'm thinking
I also
with
get to
that
draw a
drill
card.
coming. Oh, sorry, go
My
ahead.
zombie died.
Oh well, there you go. Your zombie died.
I think that the reason that Cordoni misses is that Sutton isn't even looking her at some point. The drill comes down as she is throwing herself on the floor after this dude. And essentially, I would like to, the way that you would with a pig on a farm, take some of that rope, whatever end is still around, to hog tie him, if I could. Try to do it.
Sure.
I got wilderness, tracking.
Yeah, I'll give you athletics or
husbandry?
wilderness. Athletics, wilderness, or husbandry, whatever's highest.
Athletics
I'll
is
give it to you.
definitely the highest. Well, actually, athletics or wilderness. I'm going to do wilderness because then there's the possibility of me getting follow my lead. That's a +3. What's my target?
10.
Oh, we have to shuffle the deck.
Get to shuffle the deck. Jesus Christ. we went through
Yeah,
that.
everybody draw
Alright.
some.
Recall. All right, it's fresh deck. Go ahead and
Oh yeah, baby, that's a 14. What kind of 14 is it though? Is it a nope? It's not the right kind of
Grand.
14 for me to get my trigger. It wouldn't make sense anyway. But I do get a 14, and I'm hog tying this guy while you're removing your drill arm from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
all right, he is hog-tied on the floor. As you're doing that, it takes a hot second. So I think Sutton, you might have to flip me some more centering real fast.
Me?
Yeah,
What's my target number?
10.
Do I still have the +2?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, then I got a 5.
Okay, so you're inflicted with rage for 1 second. Who are you gonna attack?
I'm on top of him. Is there
Yeah, you-
anyone else that it would make sense to attack?
Probably not. Go ahead and punch him in the head.
Okay.
If you
Just
if
the
you
one
punch him in the
punch.
head, if you punch him in the head, it's going to be non-lethal.
Okay.
You have to like try to kill people in this game, so we don't want soul stones to break the game.
Pugilism. I got +4. 15.
Absolutely.
I
Well,
would like
his
that
thing was
later.
10, so
Do not
Uh,
maybe?
So with 1 negative for damage. Ba-doo. I got the wrench.
okay. Well,
I
max
don't know,
damage
what does
plus
it do
1.
for damage? Does he automatically get crit? What does that do for damage?
I think it's max damage plus 1. That's what I'm going to say right now.
Okay, so he takes 4 points of damage as I just take his head and slam it into the floor.
Okay.
Because he
Well,
won't stop fighting me.
Between that being choked out and being on the ground and the damage to before, he's gonna be out cold for right now.
Dodie's gonna try and, as he's out cold, so we're kind of out of initiative, try to counterspell that for Sutton.
Go for it. TN10.
Yeah. It's just gonna like, hey, and kind of like touch your shoulder, which is a terrible idea if this goes wrong. Black Joker!
Nice.
Oh no.
So that gives me a... Black Joker's
0,
what?
so you'll
0
get...
Plus,
it-
I've got,
it-
so I've got a 1.
Yeah, 0 plus your AV.
1.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead and punch. Go ahead and punch
do
Dodie.
other things happen? Before,
could-
do other people get turns first, or do I just go?
You don't have to punch me. You could do any number of
Yeah,
violent, terrible things to me.
Yeah, be violent for a second.
Do a violence.
Do a violence.
Do the violence.
Kind of say, because there's 2
Remember.
options, right?
hmm Violence isn't the answer, it's a question, and the answer is yes.
Because, okay, no, Nemo would have bit you. I do think I'm going to grab what I gave you around your... I think I take... I don't know if you still have it over your face or if it's just around your neck with the kerchief I tied on earlier. Take you by that and try to pull you down onto the ground and choke you out.
Sounds about right.
Which, would that still be... It's not really punching. Is it athletics check? What would that be?
If you guys,
Pugilism is what I used for... Can I
If-
flavor it as that and use pugilism? I don't know how it
if you
works.
guys just want to role play that out, that's fine too. I'm not going to make you.
It would be hot.
It would be hot to do a pugilism check.
Yeah.
I
Violently
do
assaulting
think
people is a great way to play.
Okay, so essentially, if we're to roll it, I pull you down by the neck, throw you onto the ground, roll you over, and I'm about to punch you in the face. I don't think I actually get to actually slam your head into the ground because I imagine other people would have actions first.
Yeah,
Unless
well,
you
pause
think
on
that
that,
you're
I
not knocked over.
Does anyone want to try?
I
think,
think
like,
More
as-
like, does anyone think they'd get there fast enough? I guess is a better question.
Yeah, Konami's already
Ridley's-
there, so
Oh, okay. Good.
unless you've got...
Aren't you
Better.
under rage though too?
No,
I
no,
thought
I
Ernie was
I
clear.
counterspelled-
You're
I
not
been clear.
okay. I was like, no, don't drill through them, Cordoni.
Just through both of them, like they're already on top of each other if you just keep drilling.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first then, Cordoni?
I mean, unless you've got a set idea. Like, I was close to I was going to think, as and when, like, after Sutton's pulled Dodie down, Konami just kind of interject with an arm in between them to kind of like try to push them apart.
That makes sense. I think they'd both go for him. Cordoni would do that. Ridley would be like, Sutton! And like try to grab her fist.
I have one more very frustrating question. Very frustrating same team question here.
Mm-hmm.
With me being this close to Sutton, who's got the yellow thing, do I need to make a check?
Not from Sutton.
Okay. The
Yeah, so
guy's
not-
unconscious. Do I have to worry about him?
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You guys rolled a yard away.
Okay.
I like having the cards because then I don't just feel like I'm beating the shit out of people myself. Can I do? Would it be opposed athletics between me and Cordoni to see if Cordoni succeeds?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I got a +3 or 4. What is it? Do I?
Konami's pretty good at athletics.
We both are. I got a +3, so I think you're probably
I got a-
better.
I just flipped a 13.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I only got 12 total.
I got a 15.
Okay. How do you stop me?
So, yeah, as like, Konami like, A doesn't really realize you're infected at first, but as and when you grab Podoli's neck and like pull her to the ground, as you like roll to go on top, Kadoni's arm just wraps around your torso and kind of just lifts you.
Fully struggling against that. I am attempting to punch you in the face. I am trying to kick your leg. I think it more hurts me than you because you are.
Yeah, you're
mostly made out of
punching
metal
steel.
except your face. Yeah.
Dodie's, choking and sitting up, but when she gets her bearing, she's gonna try and counterspell again. So, yeah, I'll just flip for that. She's just like, nope. And let's see if we do it. Actually,
I mean, I'll give you the success unless you really want to flip.
I do really want to flip.
All right, go for it.
How long is Kadoni
I'm
holding
cheating.
a woman there while she gets punched in the face?
I'm gonna cheat it just to a 10 because I got a 4. So, but I'm okay with that because the faster I get through my twist deck, the faster I get to reshuffle it. So, not upset about that. So yeah, she did it with a 9 just to a 10.
Especially when you are able to counterspell it, Sutton is pretty familiar with the way that Cordoni's body works because she's helped put it together several times at this point. She's got her artifacting kit. What she has done at this point, she switched from punching to just, she's trying to put her fingers under your mask and take your face off to just crack it off of the rest of your body.
There's already, it's already half off. Imagine you could literally just rip off the remaining bit if you wanted.
I think she's got her hand under it and is in the process of doing it when it calms down. Her hand still in your face.
If I do look preferable without the mask, I'm happy to take it off, but maybe ask. Are you okay, Sutton?
Yeah, are you okay? No,
I'm fine.
Miss Weston, are you all right?
I'm fine. I shouldn't have. That was my fault. I'm sorry I put you in that position.
That was not your fault. That was you don't.
At this point, Coney lets go. I would like to apologize for aiming the drill at your eyes, Miss Sutton.
What? You missed. It's fine.
We need to be awfully careful about this guy.
I do not think getting near him is wise.
I agree.
Yeah, it makes everybody crazy.
As much as I agree about the preservation of life, sometimes it is a mercy to put down.
Well, isn't this the guy we were gonna drop a bomb on anyway?
That is true.
Was he was he reading something? Is there anything in his hand? Mr. DM?
Yes. He was actually.
I'll try and grab it because I do think I'm probably the easiest to restrain if I don't. Yeah. And Tony's just gonna shuffle toward it and try and
He
Do you want me
dropped the book, but back where he was. Like as soon as he noticed you guys, he dropped it and was overcome by rage, and then started sprinting at you guys. So he's so that book is over by the Jesus boulder.
grabbed it.
All right,
So
you grabbed it.
start reading it.
It is 101 love sonnets collected over the years by John Jacobson. But it's scribbled. There's scribbles all throughout the margin. So it's like there's you'll see the you'll start reading the sonnets, and then you'll see things that are scribbled out, and it's like some of the words are changed. And there's things written in the margin. So it's like there's things, but then you'll also find passages like whole sections scribbled out, and then other passages written in like Blackbird must pay, and the mountain speaks to me, and
Blackbird must pay.
other things of that nature. At the front of the book, there's a checkout card for the Ridley Public Library.
I think instead of saying anything, Doty's gonna open to the page that said, you said something said Blackbird must pay, correct?
Yes.
Open to that page and just hand it to Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
Take it. Look at it. Do I recognize this man? The man who was reading the book?
You see him in a photograph.
Was it a photograph we got out of a locker?
Yeah.
But I've never seen it before in Ridley.
In Ridley, no. I'll give you this. Since we don't really use checkout cards anymore in this day and age, it says who it was checked out to on the card, and it was last checked out to a woman named Esther Ambrose.
Mr. Ambrose or Amorose?
Ambrose, Ambrose.
Do I recognize that as like the till?
As the what?
As like obviously Codoni was one that did an awful lot of the paperwork and stuff. Do I recognize that name?
The name
Is that a
has come
woman who
through
stayed
there.
with us?
No.
Okay, so before Codoni's time.
Or she knew him from a different context. Or knew me from a different I don't know this name either, right?
No, you don't. I don't think so.
And it's specifically in Ridley City. It couldn't be.
It's Ridley's library.
It's the Ridley Public Library.
Yeah, not out in Hollow Point or nothing. Okay.
No.
Do you believe your brother's been up to more than we initially assumed?
Why?
No.
Suppose we'll ask him next time we see him.
Got another enemy? Well, for this guy down here that's roped up.
I think a mercy may be.
No, I think we should like put him in a cell or something. If they gotta have some kind of prison out here.
Cordoni, I think that and Sutton, I do think maybe that sort of protective spell I was able to use might still be good. Might be able to pick him up for now, but the problem is if we bring him into civilization, we'd have to find a way to keep him away from people.
And if someone would have to guard a cell, and that person would be awfully close to.
All they gotta do is slip him some food every now and again. There's a cure out there. And if there's a cure out there, that means we can fix him, right?
We don't know if there is a cure.
How strong does this guy look?
You were wrestling with him, and he's stronger than he looks. Definitely.
Were there things outside the entrance that we built ourselves that we would be able to put in front to block him off? Like if we left him here, would that be a prison? With like the rations from our backpack and a water bottle.
That's just.
I don't think he'd be able to move the Jesus rock by himself. Because that
Has it been moved already?
No.
Okay. So no one
If we
got out.
leave him with water and food and light.
Grocery delivery. Or whatever ate the rest of them.
I think he ate the rest.
I think he's the last of them.
Yeah.
I hope so.
He's somebody's daddy, you know? Like, what if there is a way to save him and we don't try?
Right, Ridley. You're right.
The same extension. Have you ever heard of rabies?
Like on a possum?
I have. Because we hunted things.
There is less than a 0.000000001% survival rate, even with all of our medicine we have.
Well, it's not rabies, is it?
No. Seems to have a similar effect. These aren't the same people anymore.
Could they be?
If they saw their children, they would like try to eat them.
Yeah, but what? The kid thought there was a cure. He wrote about it. I just don't know if a cure can erase what you've already done. I don't know if I had been forced to do the things that he's been forced to do, if I'd be able to look at my family again, even if I was back to myself, you know? But I don't know if it's for me to decide, for us to decide.
Then I guess leaving him here seems kind of cruel too, right?
But
When
bring
all
him
the
into
rest of
town.
them wanted to die so bad.
They did all ask.
Out of character, feel free to stop me. But I think while everyone's sitting here worrying about it, Dodie's gonna shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
I just wanted to establish from an out of character's perspective.
Kadoni's not going to stop you.
But everyone's just kind of sitting there, and she's just gonna put him down.
He goes down. His body goes limp, and the loud crack echoes throughout the tunnels. But he does go limp.
Thank you, Miss West.
Let's return Miss Ingrid's son to her.
I think right there, let's take our break.
Right
Yep.
now.
On that cheerful note,
Oh, isn't that a brilliant time to take a break?
but yeah, the next I expected downtime stuff. Any conversations you want to have will happen. And then we'll talk about what we want to happen next. I didn't prepare anything past this because your options are, hey, go up the mountain or go back to Ridley. Which is
I think we'll talk. Are we back from break? Would we consider this back from break? Because this should happen during.
Yeah.
what's happening?
We're back from break.
Let me record my shit. We're back from break. We're still gonna figure out.
Well, just
how to do
because
this.
we started discussing during the break what we're gonna do next, and I feel like that should happen during the episode.
Yeah, that should be
Because it's
episode
looking
thing.
like as soon as we
Um,
pass this Jesus rock, we're going into downtime and deciding what we do next. Do we want to have this conversation in character? What are folks thinking?
Hey Zach, I sent you a quick message. The first part is shit you don't have to read right now because it's fully like me rambling about dumb shit.
Shit.
But then I wrote something else that might be important at some point during the session. So let's just.
I will say probably any conversation that would happen in character about where we're going next would most likely not be happening that night because Sutton's not going to be able to talk all that much. I don't know if we get that boulder rolled to the side and we get that. She's happy to carry the young man. Is Ingrid waiting outside?
If you roll the
Jesus rock.
yeah, CJ, don't flip. The rules on downtime is like unless you desperately want to flip, whatever you do is probably going to succeed. You don't have any.
Unless you've got like a social or something, but it's downtime. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. Unless there's like, unless I decide there's stakes, it's probably going to succeed. So you'll be fine.
Cool.
It's more story shit. So, personal story shit.
Say, so we roll the rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dodie will be the last one out. And hear like a little bit of shuffling or whatever, and then another gunshot. And she comes out. She's just looking at her hands.
Are you okay? May I ask who the second bullet was for?
Same guy.
Did he get back up?
Only after I touched him.
Maybe don't touch the dad.
I just had to be sure.
Could only like trying to be comforting, but it's up to you how you take it with a woman whose half the face is off and is ultimately a metal skeleton, and then just kind of puts their hand on your shoulder, like a trying to be comforting.
I
It'll
think
be
she's
okay.
vaguely comforted by it. I mean, she likes you guys, even if your visage does not matter.
Could only normally looks a lot better, but kind of has been beaten by a fair bit.
I think we all need to go back and rest.
I think I would like to find Ingrid first.
I think so. We need to return her son. Okay, let's go.
You're certain carrying the body, yeah?
And I've got the note.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys rolled the Jesus rock out the way, and you dealt with that scene, and Ingrid is standing at the ready with a shovel. Like she sees this rock move. There are people like talking inside, and as you guys step out, she's still at the ready. Are you sane?
Good evening,
I believe
Mr.
so.
Ventura.
Yes, sane. Did you find my boy?
We found him.
I'm gonna come out holding his body. I think I would. We got a bunch of furs and things from when we were sleeping. I think I would have covered as much of his body as I could, except for the face, so she can recognize him. It's been all cleaned up by.
She approaches you slowly. I don't think she 100% believes that you're like sane until you're up up next to you. But as soon as she sees she's the body, you know, she'll like drop the shovel and like stare at it for a few seconds and like my boy. And she tries to like grab him, but she's kind of frail, so she tries to like take him from you, but she like kind of drops down.
I'm gonna kneel down so that we can so that I can hold him to her without her having to lift him up, you know, like we're both down on the ground.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Miss Ingrid. There were no survivors.
I know there's no survivors in there, but my boy, he's. No, I knew he was dead. I knew he was dead this whole time, but
Say it's something different.
If it's any consolation, he at least appeared to have a relatively more peaceful time.
He thought about you till the very end, Miss Ingrid. And Ridley will hand her the note.
Dad is himself.
she takes the note and she reads it. He never could spell. That Gabe is a good boy. They were close. Don't let anybody tell you wrong about Gabe. He was a good boy. He took care of my yawn.
They were all good, or at least mostly all good. Something terrible happened to them.
Yeah, something terrible. Life is terrible. Come, I prepared a grave for him. And she takes you over to
Lift him back up.
she takes you over closer to town, like far away from the mountain, and she's muttering, "I will not have him near that mountain. I will not have him be married to that mountain."
Fodoni's going to re-push the rock back in before they leave, just as in case there is anything still in there.
Good, smart.
That rock's blocking.
Okay, absolutely.
Just in case.
But a good way, like between the mountain and between town, there's a grave dug and there's a cross made out of sticks, and you drop them in. Ingrid is still between tears and between muttering thank yous and cursing the mountain and cursing the mines and cursing the union. She begins burying her boy. And she goes, "Thank you. You're good people. You're good people."
Is there anything we can help with? I know it's sort of personal.
You don't trust the union. You don't trust the union. They don't help. The guild don't help. The union don't help. Nobody cares about us. And she just keeps bearing, and she cries. She doesn't have much else to say.
If you need us, Mrs. Ingrid, you know where we'll be until we figure out what we're doing. And just kind of put a hand on her shoulder and just kind of motion to everyone to kind of Vamoose.
Yeah.
Bless you, child. Bless all of you. Thank you. Thank you. And she sits there leaning on her shovel and crying for a boy.
Give you some pace. And then,
Tony's also gonna. Sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say, Dodie will start heading into town.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely follow. I'll switch my arm back to be a normal, arm, and I'll put the drill inside the
Sure.
cart.
Do the
Yeah.
screwdriver, take it off, and put the other one back on. Okay.
I put the drill inside the cart just as we've got somewhere to keep it.
Okay. The
If we still
cart
have our
is
cart.
it's difficult to push outside of the it's not like a wagon. It's like a mine cart. It's meant to stay on the rails.
Oh, I meant our cart as in like in the town,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
like our actual.
Yeah, the cart you rode in on, absolutely.
Yeah, home base.
Mm-hmm.
The sleepy cart.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
What time is it?
It's morning time, so the
It's
sun
like
is
dawn-ish, right?
yeah the sun has risen a little while ago, maybe an hour ago. People are still like, there's not exactly work to do because there's no mines open, so people are having lazy mornings, I guess. The more you sleep, the less you have to eat. So.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of mornings you have when you're unemployed and you're not happy about it.
Fucking tell me about it. But
Yeah. good few months there.
but yeah, you guys roll your way back on into town. I think inside, there'll be when you guys get closer to the lodge. There's one person who has been awake all night, waiting for people to come back. And that person is Brody. And he is going to, as soon as he sees you guys come back into town, he'll run out. He's gonna run up to Ridley. He'll grab Ridley's shoulders. Ridley, are you okay? Are you okay? What happened?
Brody, we're fine.
He's taking you, examining you. You're fine? You're fine? Are you sure? You sure? Nothing happened? Nothing happened in there?
He's gonna throw his arms around Brody and like hug him tight. We missed you. I missed you really bad.
I missed you too. I miss you too, dude. Don't ever. I can't even say don't ever, because you're you. You'll be fine. You're tough. I know you're tough.
You may want to wash your hands and change your shirt.
What happened?
We went into a tunnel full of shit.
The miners have been in there a long time.
Do I smell?
Yes.
There's a lot to fill you in on, Brody. I don't suppose there's running water in this town. Is there a river?
We got the well.
Oh God.
We're not contaminating the well. I'm gonna find us a river.
And there's that frog in there.
The angry one?
The one, yeah. The toe-eating one.
Just don't
think-
touch your mouth.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess
Oh, your
we
face.
can
I
see.
think in terms of, I think the Brody's gonna be filled in on everything that happened, but
Yeah.
I'd like to find some place for us we can talk to him while we're washing off. If we can find a river or a wellspring or something that is not going to contaminate the water supply with all of whatever the fuck is on us.
I mean, let's be real. This is an old Western town. I don't think they know a whole lot about cholera. I don't know.
But
know
I
if
don't
they-
want to put shit directly into where they pull
If
their
you-
water
if
from.
you-
It's not that I
did.
know what germs are. It's just nasty.
If you take the water, take it a few steps back, and then dump it over yourself, it's not going to go back into the well.
All right, Sutton's
We
keeping
can't
herself
bath.
busy with that while people are filling Brody in.
Yeah. So what did you guys? I mean, I expected there to be crazy people in there, but what's been going on?
Someone's driving them all mad.
So there were people still alive in there.
There were.
Yeah, and they were covered in yellow.
Okay.
Same stuff we told you about Gabriel Cantor.
The same stuff that if you get too close, it makes you go crazy.
That
Yeah,
stuff.
that stuff.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
were eating each other too. And then they were singing that song. You know the song about Boyle,
Brianna Boyle.
Brianna Boyle. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the widow. Yeah, she's the widow. She's dressed in white. She comes down.
yeah, they were singing that song.
It's very possible we found the source of that legend.
It's
Where
real.
she's in the mine.
I think
Above, we think.
What on the mountain?
We believe so.
Mm-hmm. A man even said in there that he saw it. Well, he wrote it down, but that he saw her.
Could also be the ravings of a madman desperately clinging for something to make sense of his pain, but
we're all desperately clinging for something to make sense at this point.
But
could also be
basically,
something with Mountain.
we all know now that Brianna Boyle is real.
So a guy wrote down that he saw the widow, and some people were singing.
There.
And some of the men that had gone mad were claiming they were wanting to be married to her.
What we know is that a great variety of people across the mines believed that they had seen a literal woman who called herself the Widow of the Peak. I don't know if that means that there's an actual ghost, but it means that enough people believed that there was something there, that there was climbing equipment
investigate.
that somebody took halfway up the mountain.
Oh.
It's worth taking a look at.
So wait, so the woman, she doesn't kill people. She just makes you go crazy.
She promises them life, I think, according to the letter.
Has the ability to drive men mad. That's
Can you
what it was
please
saying.
resend? Can you send us that letter, by the way? The letter we read?
I don't have it typed out, but
If you can read it again, I'll type it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me 2
Uh,
seconds. to just
Yeah,
pull
let
it
me
up.
go ahead.
One of us
Mama and Gabe. It's almost spelled. I don't have much time now. I can feel my body getting cold. The Boyle bride came to me. She wants my soul in exchange for more life. I want to see you two again, but I don't want to hurt anyone. She said she learned how to make men mad at the top of the mountain. I figure if the curse is up there, then the cure is up there too. Please find the cure for Gabe. I don't hate him. I don't want him to be sad about what he did. It weren't his fault. The bride is coming back. She won't get my soul. Take care of Mama, Gabe. Goodbye, and love, Johan.
For ease of communication, can we say that we explain everything we know?
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Brody?
Yeah. I was about to ask more questions, Brody. So Brody goes and
Almost
says,
everything we know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was a bunch of sweat and teeth and a spine and blood and skin on the walls too. But I don't know what that has to do with the bride.
Teeth and blood and sweat
The
on
mines were alive, and it was very, well, they were organic, I guess. Wasn't the best. Soul
So you
stones are
didn't-
some kind of cosmic kidney stone or something. I don't know.
and okay, maybe it's good I didn't come with you guys.
It was not particularly pleasant.
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry you guys have to deal with that.
It was probably for the best that you weren't there, just in case.
Okay.
It does seem like she's targeting men.
And you guys want to go see her?
What else are we gonna do?
I mean, Ridley. We can stay here in mine, right?
What is there to mine, Brody? There ain't nothing to mine.
Well, they found Soulstone in there. Didn't they find Soulstone in there? They said they
We
found
can't go back in there.
You
Can
Covered
you
in
just
blood
hear what
and
we said?
bones. The chambers were breathing.
Not all of them. So stuff with the soul stone wasn't organic. But the stuff with the soul stone is where everyone was getting all fucked. So if you want to go in the mine, we have to solve the problem, which is up the mountain. You can't just pretend that the problem does not exist. You are more than welcome to stay here and sleep in and do your best to provide for this community from down here. I have no interest in telling you what to do. I have no interest in telling any of you what to do. But I know what I'm gonna do.
We gotta go, Brody. We gotta go try to find the cure. And there ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here but suffering people.
It was bad enough sending you up into those mines not by yourself, but
Do you want to come with us?
I guess he looks at the rest of you guys. It's like, can I help with this?
How good can you swing that pick?
I mean, I've been mining my whole life. I'm pretty strong. You know, I'm still young. I still got a lot in me.
How good can you swing that pick at someone?
I don't know. I've
You can be
never
taught how to throw a punch. The
killed
man
anyone
we just
before.
saw buried died without his brother. And I don't want anything to happen to Ridley, but I do think he should come.
You think I
can
should
help
come?
teach-
What'd you say, Sutton?
We just buried a man who had to die without his brother, and I hope nothing happens to Ridley, but I think Brody should be here.
I can teach you to throw a punch if you want.
But you also gotta promise not to try to get with the boiled bride.
If she's gonna kill me, I'm not gonna do anything stupid.
Yeah, but she might try to seduce you or something. That's what she likes to do. We saw it in action. Well, we didn't see her, but
Well, I'll steal myself, I guess. I'll steal myself. I don't want. I don't want anything to happen to Ridley.
or anybody else. You care about everybody.
I care about everybody else too. Yeah, you're right. I care about everybody else too.
Yeah,
I
but
don't want
when
anybody
the light
else to
is
die.
leaving my eyes, I don't care if you're in my peripheral vision. I don't mean that as an insult to you. I mean just we don't have that kind of relationship.
Well, at the very least, I can dig you a grave and say a few words about how good your soup was at the boarding house.
Oh, good. I'm glad the words would be about my soup.
I mean, there is one positive to this.
And what's that?
I'm gonna really enjoy punching you. I think it kind of like cocks their shoulders a little bit. So come on, swing at me.
Hopefully, it won't come to that.
No, we're gonna teach you how to punch. And by that, I mean Cordoni's gonna teach you until after I'm done sleeping, and then you'll have the softer punching bag.
You
Cordoni's
want me
head
to punch you?
straightens.
Okay.
I think we should try to go up there tomorrow. And I think we should rest for today. This morning, isn't it?
Today
I was
is
up all
today.
night. I'd like to rest. Now I know you guys are safe.
Yeah, that makes sense. After sleeping, you can punch me, which will be less injurious to you than punching Cordy, I think.
I mean, punching solid metal sounds fun and all, but I think I'll save my fingers for
These
the
are pretty
bride.
solid metal too. Hoo-hoo. All right, let's go to bed.
Yeah, you're real funny, Sutton. You're real funny, Sutton.
Thank you.
Cordoni, before we go to bed, could you just take another look at some of these for me, please?
I can. Cordoni's head kind of like tilts aside, like mildly upset she doesn't get to punch Brody.
Did, like, almost maybe quite not getting it, maybe getting it, just gonna pat Cordy on the little steel arm there. I don't want it to get all puffy.
It might be more of the yellow up there. It's like the Codoni's walking off with Dodie.
Dodie is like sadly recounting a tale of how she got bit by a squirrel once and it didn't make her sick, but it got all puffy and weird and then they had to drink, and it's just kind of...
Oh. Did they get to bathe? Did we like...
Yeah,
before-
during that whole conversation with Brody, I was like doing the Gatorade at the end of the soccer game thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did get to bathe.
Dodie's
Okay.
cat bath, you know, did the wipe off kind of.
I think as you're telling that story about the
Squirrel.
puffiness,
That.
Brody's gonna go. You get more charming every day, Dodie. It's really something.
Are you, do you still believe that, or are you just trying to convince yourself now, Brody?
Puffiness. It's the most ladylike thing I could think of. It's actually more beautiful than not swollenness. It's great. It's great. I'm just saying that he's stumbling over his words. I'm just saying that.
She just kind of she does put a hand on his arm and just goes, "You're sweet. Thanks for staying up waiting for us. Really did hold his own."
I'm glad. And anytime you need me to stay up late, I'm here for you.
Ugh. I'm gonna go pee. Ridley's gonna wander off.
Ridley, go to bed.
Just got some really nasty cuts I need to get Cordoni to look at.
Of course, and yeah, of course, absolutely.
Sutton's already gone.
Oh, just kind of gives him a little nod and goes back toward Cordoni.
Codoni's like the last one to leave. Codoni just looks and goes, learn to punch, learn to take a punch, buy flowers. Walks off.
You gotta heal, Dodie. You don't get to leave.
I thought I was walking off to go sort Dodie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
guys
just
all
going to
walk
start
off towards
undressing
the-
Codoni's wounds in public. That
No, yeah, Dodie finds a private room somewhere to take care of some of that now that they're not in the middle of a mine with the 4 people.
yeah.
Behind a Joshua tree somewhere. And
There's gotta be a room in the boarding house they can borrow for a
If
moment.
not the car, like we could just put a tarp on.
cart, yeah.
yeah,
that
the
works.
cart maybe. The lodge is kind of sparse. There's the office with Darrow in her private quarters, and then bunks for
I
the
don't
men.
think we need to bother asking her to clear out of her office so we can dress my wounds. We'll just do it in the cart.
She's still asleep.
So yeah, you want me to make a flip for it, or
No, you're fine. We're downtime.
Yeah, I think it does. It succeed? Yeah, I think healing also succeeds in downtime. Do you heal up during downtime? I can't remember.
you heal?
But my ruling is between adventures you'll get back to full health. If time is an issue, you sleep and you get 1 healing flip.
Mm-hmm. We'll do. So, do we want to do a flip now to
No.
see how much?
We're between adventures. You're fine.
Oh, right, because we're in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Like you'll and spoilers, you'll get a level up after this because hey, good job clearing out that fucking dungeon.
Yeah, I better decide what suit I'm going with.
Yeah. But Brody said his piece. Ingrid said her piece. Who else do you want to have a conversation with? Where's everybody sleep? There's it's kind of the same thing as the boarding house where but except without the private rooms, there is just a bunch of like bunk beds inside the lodge. Like there's very few families. The few people who do have families, unfortunately, have the bunk beds. But everybody's in there. So people are slowly waking up, so you can kind of have a conversation with whoever you want to talk to. If you guys want to talk to anybody.
I think Dodie wants to rest. She's gonna try and find somewhere private, but I don't think she's gonna have any luck.
Again, I think it's organize the cart to be like a little private bedchamber.
I actually think Doty might find some sort of blanket type thing and go sleep in the cart, actually.
That's absolutely fair. Go for it. You guys get in there.
I don't.
Oh, Ridley does not.
Well, Ridley said he was gonna go off to pee, and then he.
Yeah.
Oh, Ridley's gonna go out to pee. All right, well.
Well, he lied.
Oh, okay. In that case.
No, we need a full RP scene of you
Yeah.
peeing. Let's
Go
go.
pee. Go pee, Danny.
I need
got enough of the poop.
I'd like a full heal. I like a full flip on accuracy.
Yeah, roll
I need
for
an
bladder.
acrobatics check. Let's go.
Okay, so he actually is going to head towards the lodge area, I guess, where everyone's sleeping.
Mhm.
And he's gonna like peek in there and look around for the two little boys that he talked to and swam with last time.
Okay. So this is before people came back to town, kind of. So Ridley said he went to go pee, and he came straight back to town.
Mhm.
How far is it? Like far?
We
10
were
minutes.
already in town, weren't we?
Yeah,
It-
we're
it's-
like parked in town. I thought.
Yeah, it's the well is like maybe 10 minutes walk from town, from the lodge. It's not super far.
Okay, he'll take a walk. He's not feeling very sleepy anyway. He's tired, he's exhausted, but he's not sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll peek in.
Okay. Yeah, you'll find you'll absolutely find those two kids from last time. They don't have a lot going on for them, so they're kind of asleep too. But they'll, if you want to go wake them up, you absolutely can.
Yeah, Ridley will go over to the boys and kind of like nudge them their arms with his hand. Hey,
Mhm.
hey.
Yeah, the older kid sleeps on the bottom, the younger kid sleeps on top. And he's like, "What? What?
Wake your brother up and let's go for a walk.
A walk? Why?
Why not? The sun's up. That's when you get up.
Sun ain't when I get up. So I get up when I want to get up. I don't know, let nobody tell me what to do. Hey, Elmer, get up. We gotta do what I want. And Elmer up top, he's like, "What? What, Colin? What? We gonna go for a walk?" "Oh, all right." And then climbs on down. And Colin wakes up too, and he's rubbing their eyes. You know, don't want to get up. But
There's
lifts it
some
up.
squirrel jerky in it for you later.
Squirrel jerky. All right, well, I want some squirrel jerky. As long as it's what I want, because I want squirrel jerky and not because of what you told me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one who lost their toe? Is it the older one or the younger one?
Yeah, it was the older one, and he has a cane by his bed.
So Ridley will hand him the cane. How's your toe?
Hurts. Ms. Darrow patched it up, though.
That's a pretty cool war scar, you know?
I guess. I don't know. Can't kick no balls no more, though.
Sure you can. You got 9 other toes.
I have 10 toes like you.
I got 5 fingers. I still have 5 more. See? And you shove them in his face.
Yeah, but you got that cool metal arm. I don't got no metal arm.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Maybe we can get you like a metal toe. Anyway, come on.
Metal
Lead him
toe.
outside.
And they follow you outside.
We'll start walking around.
The little boy actually brings his rabbit.
Oh, the stuffed animal. The cute.
Yeah, he's on cute. Yeah.
And he'll kind of like start kicking rocks around the courtyard. And he'll kind of look over at the boys and he's like, ugh, I don't want to say this, but I have to. And he's like,
Well, where are we walking to?
I am walking far. I'm just walking around the courtyard, I guess, or wherever is outside. I don't know what's
Outside, yeah. There's like 3 buildings outside. Sure, there's a courtyard.
Hey, you want to see the building we broke into?
You broke into a building?
Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah.
So Ridley will lead them over to. He's kind of like putting it off. Where he shows them the room or the building with the rocks inside.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll take some time to lock pick it and show them how to do it and slip in. And when they're in there, no one else is around. He'll be like, "So, me and Miss Doty and Miss Sutton and Cordoni, we went into the mines."
Y'all went, but nobody's allowed to go into the mines because there are crazy people in there.
Yeah, well, there ain't no crazy people in there no more.
Well, because they all died, right?
Yeah, I mean, they all went to sleep when we went in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
more or less. And he'll dig in his pocket. I think, did he take the picture with... I'm going to say he has it just
Sure,
for
why
relevancy's
not?
sake. And he'll take the picture of them and their dad, and he'll kind of nudge the older one, his arm, and he'll hand them the photo.
Jason.
We found
That's
that.
That's our Papa.
How
Hey,
long's
Elmer,
he
we
been-
got a picture of Papa to remember him by. I mean, he didn't come out the mine, but Ms. Darrow says he's looking down from us from heaven.
Oh, you already knew he was dead?
Well, he didn't come out the mine, but he's in heaven looking down at us.
Yeah, I guess. Really just like very awkward. He's like, yeah, I guess that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and Ms. Darrow says we'll see him again soon.
Why?
Because when we go up to heaven, we'll see him.
That ain't gonna be soon. You're not gonna like die tomorrow or something.
Oh, wow, I don't want to die tomorrow.
Yes, it won't be like soon.
No, but we'll see him again. We'll see our Papa again.
Yeah, you'll see him. I'm not saying you won't see him. I'm just saying he died bravely in there. We saw him, and he had a brave death. He was really brave.
He was he? He was fighting them crazy people, wasn't he?
Yeah, actually, he had like a pitchfork in his hand and like an explosive in the other, and he was like, "Fuck you!" And he was like hacking them off their heads, and limbs were flying, and he's like, "Oh, this one's for Elmer, and this one's for what's your name?
Caleb.
This one's for Caleb." And he was like really going at it.
He was cutting up the crazy people. Hey Elmer, Papa says swear.
Yeah, he did. I don't think he knew anyone was listening, but that's what happened. Just don't tell everybody else, because some of those crazy people, they're people that the townspeople loved, I'm sure.
Yeah, I knew some of them, but he Papa was a hero, and he was fighting the crazy people. But it's
yeah. He only did it, so that the town could be at peace again, and so you guys could be at peace.
Yeah. Yeah, Papa fought off the crazy people so we could be okay.
Yeah.
And now he's in heaven, even though he said a swear.
Yeah, I don't think one swear will like send you to not heaven or anything.
Yeah. One swear is probably okay.
Hey, did you know? And he's gonna turn over and pick up what rocks are in this shack?
Agate and malachite, and
he's gonna
things
pick
that
up
are
like
cool
Name
about it.
every kind of rock.
he's gonna pick up the fool's gold near him.
Pyrite, absolutely.
And then give it to Elmer and be like, "Did you know if you sleep with that under your pillow that you'll be rich?"
I ain't heard of that. Why don't the miners sleep with that? Roll me some deceive. Flip me some deceive.
Okay.
These kids are.
Thought I didn't have to flip.
Yeah, well, this is some bullshit right now.
That's a 10.
Well, that'll fucking work.
There's
Obviously.
no way. Yeah.
Miners don't do it because they don't know it's the case, but I know it's the case because I'm from Ridley.
Well, we're from Ridley. How come we never heard that?
Because I'm like from a different part of Ridley.
You from? Well, we're from the Smelt District. We know everything about Smelt District.
Well, you may know more about smelt fish, but I know about getting rich. I mean, you see my gambling skills. All right, follow me. We gotta get out of here before they catch us.
All right, we'll go put this on our pillow and go back to sleep. Like, and the little kid picks up, like tooth fairies?
Yep, just like a tooth fairy. Sure.
Yeah. You know, because I lost a tooth once and I put it under my pillow and I got a quarter out of it.
Yeah, what'd you spend it on?
I still got it.
Yeah, because ain't nothing to buy with a quarter. You gotta get rich.
Well, I'm good rich someday. I got more teeth. Shut up, Colin. You're gonna lose all your teeth. Or Elmer, you're gonna lose all your teeth. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it rich.
I gotta head back, but I
they follow you back out.
Yeah, I just want to let you two know.
Yeah, the Papa was a hero, and that's why I got into heaven, even though it says swear.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm glad Papa got into heaven.
Me too. Have a good night, Elmer and Caleb.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Good morning.
We're gonna go have a good night, even though the sun's up. And they go back.
I don't tell you when to go to bed. You do, apparently. He's gonna head back over to the cart.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. As that, mean parting as kids often do, What you got, Sutton?
Is there a post office in town?
No. I'm sure
Is there a way to send mail at all?
if you give a letter to Miss Darrow, I'm sure she will give it to the next caravan that comes to town.
I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of other choices. Sure, I'll try that. Sutton stays up for a little bit, just sitting outside because it's light outside anyway. Writes a letter to the Blackbird boarding house.
Mm-hmm.
Is this real? All caps letter from Ridley said, "Is this real?"
The tooth fairy thing that was posted in chat.
Yeah, that's what tooth fairies look like in Malifaux.
Where?
It's horrific. We
It's
need
in
to
the
show
Zoom
this
chat.
picture in the actual game.
For context,
Just when they said, like, the tooth fairy, I
this
just...
fucker.
From Nightmares, for those of you at home, if you buy the From Nightmares book, it has a photo of what tooth fairies look like in Malifaux. They are
And it is
things.
from Nightmares.
Yeah, they exist. And they're these tiny pudgy balls of flesh with just so many teeth.
Yeah, I know what tooth fairies are. I'm not gonna take that away from the kids, though.
Could only would.
Sorry, Sutton, continue.
Oh no, that's totally fine. I brought it up myself. Sutton's gonna write 2 letters. One of them is directed to the Blackbird boarding house, care of Shiloh Blackbird. Just gonna essentially say, with the greeting and everything, and then I love you very much, and there isn't anything that you could do to change that. I spent my whole life looking out for you, and I'm not about to change now. I'm glad to do it. I just sometimes wish you didn't make my job so difficult. Look out for yourself. And remember that I'm on your side. Be a good boy. It's love from Sutton. I And she is going to send another letter to, which was the name of the town that we decided on? What's the one that's a little bit like Louisiana? Is that Hollow Point or was that something else?
Edge Point.
Edge Point was one of the points. All right, the other letter then goes to Edge Point, care of the House of the Blackbirds. I don't think they might have a P.O. box or somebody would just hand it off to them. Mom and
Edge Point
Dad.
probably has an address.
Yeah, but I don't think my parents have a mailbox.
Okay.
They probably would have to pick it up in town. Mama and Dad, sorry to write. Just want to let you know that we're doing all right. And that we miss you very much. With love, Sutton. Just, try to hand those off to whatever her name is. Miss Darrow.
Miss Darrow? Okay.
Yeah. Do I have to pay for a stamp or nothing like that, or is this just a honor system, please and thank you?
Postage will be provided by the union. You're sending it from a contract town, so they'll make sure that's it's taken care of. Next time a caravan comes to town, I will send it right out.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. I'm gonna have questions for you later, but I thank you. I'll see you dinner.
Well, if you will, I'll be here all day. It is bright and early. A lot of the miners are going to use the last of the dynamite to blow some more exploratory shafts.
Okay. Well, best of luck. Yeah, we just didn't sleep well last night.
Partying hardy, I see. Go sleep off that hangover.
Yeah. And then she'll go and crawl her way up into the cart, I think, with everybody.
Who gets to the cart first?
Oh, you definitely get to the cart first. I'm gone for like
no, I mean
2 to 3
after
hours.
Dodie. Who gets to the cart first?
I think I took less time than Ridley did, so it'd probably be me.
And where's Cardoni? After she dresses Dodie's wounds.
That is up to Dodie. Either if Dodie wants, Cardoni will join her inside the cart. If not, Cardoni will stand outside the cart as like a keeping watch guard kind of. The way Cardoni does, it kind of just half turns off, half observing.
Sleep mode.
I think she would.
On standby.
I think she would have been like, if I could just have a few minutes, sort of thing. So, Cardoni's.
Cardoni has stood out, like completely still outside the cart with just their head, with nothing else moving other than their head, just observing anyone who gets too close.
Yeah, I think that if you're the first person there, you could hear Dodie crying.
Cardoni will probably knock on the cart before someone actually gets in.
Yeah, I try to make noise when I get in so that.
Yeah, she's definitely doing the like.
Is it all right if I come up?
Yeah, of course. Of course, it's your cart.
How are you holding up?
In like a low whisper, she's like, but not like super quiet. She's like, I can raise the dead. It's not great.
Miss Wesson, I know that I threw you on it, so I wanted. Is it all? May I touch you?
Yeah, just around the shoulder, still a little sore.
Very gingerly, Sutton is going to just essentially hold Dodie.
Yeah, she starts crying again. Like, definitely, it's one of those things where someone like gives you a hug and you're just like, the floodgates open.
Yeah.
She's just like, I never even. I saw. I think I only ever saw a dead body, just like maybe once before I got to Ridley, and now there's all sorts of dead bodies, and I'm making them not dead, and that's really kind of scary. and I just and there's a death marshal after me for being a necromancer, which I thought that's absolutely ridiculous. No way. And he definitely has the wrong person. If there's anything I'm not, is a necromancer. And then I touched that man, and he came up again, and he listened to me, and it's like she sort of starts to realize that she's just been sobbing on Sutton at this point.
Sutton is just like rubbing her not her shoulder, but her shoulder blade to make sure
Yeah.
she's not hurting anything. That is
She's
a
kinda like-
tremendous burden to bear. It's terrifying. I'm so sorry that you're.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm actually. I can't write back to Mom and Pa because if they're tracking them or me, but I didn't think they were necromancers either.
You never saw them say or do anything to even suggest.
No. I mean, we knew some, sort of, I guess you would call it Appalachian folk magic, but like clean a pot or, make someone's cut better with some, plants, which I think isn't really even magic.
Nothing wrong with that. That sounds like good family tradition. That sounds like something to be proud of.
I thought. And I thought it was just so silly when that man said what he said about my parents. But if I can do this without trying.
We don't know if there's anything to what he thinks about your parents. It could be that maybe they had the same experience as you. They came across a body, they happened to touch it, it happened to rise up, they had the shock of their lives, complete accident, and it tipped off the guild. Maybe they're scared as you are. We don't know anything more than that.
Maybe. I'm not a resurrectionist, and neither are my parents.
No, I know. We're gonna do everything that we can to make sure that everything turns out all right. You've done nothing wrong. You're going through something very scary. You're going through something that I don't altogether understand, but we're gonna make sure that you and your parents are okay, all right?
Nonsense. Not like I've been perfect in my life. Far from it. But I've never tried to bring the dead back. What's dead should stay dead.
I'm not the best with speaking and with words and all that kind of thing, but I just want you to know that I am listening. I care for you, and if there's anything that I can ever do for you, I'd like to do it.
Do you think you could just stay sitting here next to me?
I would be very happy to do that.
Thanks, Sutton.
Thank you.
She's gonna kind of lean, like, shoulder to shoulder, kind of lean. And I think
I've got my arm around your shoulder, essentially, just so that you're not leaning against the wood wall. Human pillow.
I think only minutes later, by the time Ridley arrives, Dodie's already starting to nod off on Sutton's shoulder. Like when you get you cry a lot, and you were tired before, and then you're just like,
I pass out.
yeah. Not that I know, have first-hand experience on.
Yeah, no firsthand. No one in here knows anything.
I'm definitely neurotypical. It's fine.
When Ridley arrives, Sutton's gonna lift her other arm and give him a room if he wants to go to sleep.
He'll quietly head on over to the empty space. Hey, Sutton.
Yeah?
Do the Tooth Fairy exist?
Not in Montana. I don't know about in here.
Where's Montana again?
Well, normally they don't have an accent like this, but it's on the other side of the breach. It's a great big place far away from the ocean with skies bigger than anything you've ever seen. It seems like the sky is so large it's going to swallow up the earth sometimes. I think you'd like it. You can run for 3 hours at a time without reaching anything important.
It seems like a pretty big place.
Very large, very empty.
And that's where you and Shiloh come from?
Yeah. Came over here when I was only a little bit older than you. But, yeah. You were born after the breach opened, right?
Yeah. I was born here. Well, in Ridley.
If they name you because you were born here, they would just it's like my name being Montana. Is that how it worked out?
Well, way my daddy told it, my mama was pregnant with me when they were on the train to the breach, and they were so sure that Ridley was going to be the best place on earth. So they named me after it, and they were right. But Montana don't sound so bad either.
It wasn't too bad at all. Go to sleep. Sutton's gonna ruffle his hair a little and give him a little kiss on the top of his head.
And he'll fall asleep.
Unless there's anything else that people want to do.
I think
That's it. All right.
That's a great
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
That's a great place to.
Cordoni keeping faithful watch.
Yeah, like someone comes too close, and Cordoni, they've started to do some things to prepare themselves, their appearance, but then just death stares the person. And they can just
Just a
walk.
drill arm, just hello.
Absolutely. Nobody is entering that cart without explicit written consent. But we're going to end the session right there. I feel like that's a very fitting, beautiful story ending. You all get a level up. So if you want to switch pursuits, let me know. If you'll get an experience point, and you'll get to rank up a skill, whatever you guys want. Not whatever you guys want. There are rules to this. You know what the rules are. But
we know how that works.
but yeah, that was beautiful. We had a good time. Does anybody have any ideas about what pursuits they want to do next, or you want to talk about that next time, or what do you guys want to do?
I could continue going down more augmented stuff.
I would say, let's see here.
I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I have some notes on possible levels up for Dorothy. Nope, that's my general talents. Apparently, I didn't write it down. Hold on a minute. But there's a few things I've definitely. Oh, I think I wrote it on her sheet actually. There's a few things I've thought about. I can definitely go further into necromancy. She seems really thrilled about that.
She's having a great time.
Yeah,
having a good time with that.
I know Grave Robber actually gives you the crow to your necromancy skills, so don't think about it.
Grave Robber, because again, having a great time with that. Medium, because she's having such a great time trying not to be a resurrectionist.
I love that. Okay, so it went from Sutton was like, oh my God, Dodie knew this whole time. Dodie's parents did this, and she was coming up for herself. And then you cried on the cart, and she's like, oh, Dodie's done nothing wrong in her life ever and did not know about this. Okay, everything is forgiven. A woman is crying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't think it's fun to tell you meta one way or another, but
Yeah,
but I will say
I can tell
the
you from Sutton's
emotions
side.
I can, as I've confirmed it in character, the emotions are real.
Yeah.
Other things I've thought about, I think I've thought about like Dabbler and things like that. So
Dabbler? Okay, I'm here for
So
that.
that's kind of standard in Magic, yeah.
I don't think it makes sense for Sutton to be anything but harrowed at this point. She's feeling mighty harrowed.
I considered going Harrowed with Cordoni, and you went, and I went, okay, we're sticking down the robot route.
Harrowed is
possible.
Harrowed is legitimately one of my favorite pursuits in the game.
It's such a good pursuit.
Cool.
Like From Nightmares did such a good job adding that in.
Yeah, I love Harrowed. I love Boogeyman. I love Behemoth. They're so I don't know. From Nightmares.
There's a pursuit I really want to play, but it would not work at all for Cordoni. Like if the From Shadows book was out before we wrote these characters, I probably would have wrote someone just to play this pursuit. I've been absolutely in love with like the whole like monks and like the Shastavia video since like Malifaux came out. And there's a bunch of rules to play them in the new book, but
I've got to read more From Shadows. So
yeah, it's a really cool book. I've got a couple of ideas for what I can do.
I know Dambo over there once took Huckster.
I know, and I didn't get to use it at all, so I don't know.
Wastrel is good though.
Wastrel is really good.
Wastrel's really good. I'll let you. We'll talk about it because I know I was going. Huckster is another one of my favorite pursuits. Do I think it's going to be as useful now? Probably not, but I did.
Is it one of those things where I can return to it and?
Yeah. We'll talk about what we want to do. I'll make it work for you to make something.
Like, yeah, I'm like I feel like it might be more useful when we're back in town or the city or something.
Yeah. But we'll talk about something, make it work. But yeah, I think that was a lovely last few scenes. I think we cried. We shed some tears.
Did you cry? Did we make you cry?
I cry all day, every day. So
okay, that means no. We're gonna make you cry. That's my goal. It doesn't matter in what way I make you cry during this game. It could be by walloping your baddies so much.
Frustration.
But I will make you cry.
I'm only if you wallop my baddies so bad that you beat my challenge well, then I'm happy that you're happy.
Oh God!
You cried well as Ingrid.
Yeah, I cried as Ingrid all day, every day. I'm Ingrid in my soul. But we had a good time. We'll see you guys next time here on No Man's Land. Keep checking out Ink and Liar. We love you all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.